Light the candle. Throw gang. We are
Let's go
joined by
golfing.
Pharaoh of keeping it on the fairway, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself. I be shitting regular because I'm eating up these greens. James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Burning the Boys with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Before we get into experiencing a tradition unlike any other. Chasing, washing down pimento cheese sandwiches with transfusions. You're telling me this fusion is trans? And playing a round of 18 down in Georgia. Let's get into a fit check.
Why don't you start us off, Jimbo?
Upstairs, I was wearing our Legacy Workshop Birks that were hand-drawn by their in-house, in-residence artist, Hank Gruna. I believe that's the last name. Dirtbag on the fucking dogs. Brown Orally jeans, excuse me. This beautiful Karu shirt from the homie Kartik. Arguably, Throwing Fits' greatest contribution to society.
Yeah,
is just fostering an environment that allowed Kartik to fucking follow his dreams, and now is just like caking.
Yeah, follow his dreams from Princeton, New Jersey, all the way to MrPorter.com. He sent me a bottle of the musk that I put in the dumper, the green tea musk, dude. It's so fun. Well, yeah. I'm not wearing it because it's it's in the shirt. Oh, it's in the dude. It's so delicious straight out the package. You already know.
It's like if you're concerned about the cost of Karu, just be like, well, now you're gonna smell really good for like a day and a half afterwards.
Dude,
so like, factor that in.
Do not sully it with whatever fucking Lalabo trash you have on deck. Let that shit cook.
And the fucking coat, the little barn jacket or chore coat, I don't know what it was. Honestly, Folk Axis Technology, the brainchild of Kyle Ing before Brain Dead, his current brainchild.
Before the brain was dead.
I think
Axis
Brain Dead
folk had technology.
I think he had Farm Tactics, he had Axis Folk Technology, and he had Brain Dead. And Axis Folk was I've already talked about this on the podcast, but it was kind of like this like hippie, gorpy climbing shit, which no one has really filled that yet. Maybe we're starting to see it with like Austria, and some other brands, including Orem, which was also featured in Thursday Dumper now on Fridays. Maiden name rings, Hanes boxers. Diet Pepsi, Green Point's finest. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
Is Kyle still Farm Tactics on IG?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the OG brand,
right.
which again I don't know if that came before or after Axis Folk Tech, and now he's just obviously just dominating the graphics world with Brain Dead.
I wore ALD 860 V2 newbies in the blue colorway
Is that
to
your
the
favorite
crib.
Colorway?
Yeah, I think like everyone green. It's like okay.
We're buying the green.
Yeah, we're moving on.
We're hitting the greens.
We're moving on to blue. I just blew myself. I love that it seems.
So you wanted the greens.
Honestly, I wanted all three. If I'm being totally frank.
To sell too?
No. Maybe I would have sold the reds. The red to me is like the. There was. What do you mean?
There was.
Oh my god! All right, we'll get into it later. James thinks I have a lisp, or I'm developing a lisp. The Zin is not helping.
Your throat cancer, bro.
I'm fully gum pilly pilled, dude. I'm Zinergy. I feel like the 860 V2, this is New Balance teeing them up, no pun intended, to have a very big year.
I still think that the dime navies are the
navy and black.
The navy and black. I know. That's like a
Did
piece
you get the silver ones?
I didn't get shit. That's a piece of flow that that you got that I've been obviously eternally like kind of jelly of.
Oh,
even though that was like, what year was that? 2018.
Those came out like I want to say like 3 years ago. But
that
was
like for like 300, but too much.
Yeah, that was a sick pull by Vince to be like, no, let's do the 860 V2. I don't even think I had ever been aware of that model.
Every time we think NB's down for the count, they fucking rise up.
I'm kind of like back in because of these the ALD joints. So shout out to fucking Teddy.
We'll explain that later too.
I'm wearing wife socks. I have on vintage Levi's 501s. I'm wearing a Kamakura shirt. I got my fucking Masters rope hat straight from the pro shop to the dome.
How many white power symbols did you get on the train right up here? Just be like, oh, Masters fan, white power.
Not many. Nary a white power symbol. Is it that? It's the circle thing. It's the punching thing.
It's W and P.
Oh, got it. That makes sense. Rolly's on the wrist. Wifey is on the.
Don't screenshot that.
Don't screenshot. Oh, you doing the white power thing? We're doing that ironically.
Take it if he is.
Yeah. You know how hungry I am for slurs. This new narrative against me is terrible, dude.
We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
Yeah, right. The guy drops 2 F-bombs and suddenly he's a slursman.
Until you suck 2 dicks, you're in the hole, buddy.
Yeah, dude, for real. Yeah, I'm currently in the red on dick sucking. Yeah. Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, New York adorned in the lobe, and we are both. Oh, I'm drinking Green Point's finest. You got a DP as well.
Well, yeah, and
GPF. Supreme Hanes boxer briefs.
Sun buddies on the peepers.
Same.
All right.
Samesies.
Shout out the hog men.
Simon.
Okay. We are giddy because we're finally back in the fucking Northeast. I finally feel
above the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah.
You're all white powered out.
I can go to whatever gender bathroom I want to. We spent the majority of last week, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday.
When do we fly?
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, because
really
the AMA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did people like that?
I hope everyone did. I mean, it was insane as per usual, but yeah.
Everyone, once a quarter, you know? Get it out of our system.
A traditional like any other. Exactly, dude.
Just the fellas opening up to the other fellas.
Dude, the amount of just TMI on that joint was pray for Sham.
You learn something new every day about your friends, such as, like, for example, sometimes they develop a lisp.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is not. I'm not disparaging you. I'm not
affectation,
saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a bit endearing. It's like a crooked tooth that kind of is like not necessarily a negative quality at all.
I'll take a check mark in the pro column courtesy of you. I feel like my cons over the years have really kind of outweighed the pros.
Oh, you're conned up like you co-wrote industry, bro.
I'm conned up like Nick Cage on a fucking prison flight, dude.
Hand the bunny over. Okay.
Yeah, we're back.
We went to the week preceding the Masters.
The practice rounds.
In Augusta, Georgia, although we were staying at Champions Retreat, which is in Evans, Georgia, about a 20, 30-minute ride away from, no one walks. We were like walking 5 minutes in like the gated community, and people are like, the fuck you walking for?
Well, that's because at the Champions Retreat, you golf cart around. Like if you're in residence there, or you get we just had no golf carts at our disposal until we hit the links.
Shout out the homies at J. Lindeberg.
Yeah.
They set it all up. And basically, I mean, for the Masters,
it
was all like corporate. They lit the candle. It was all corp VIPs and like actors on Netflix shows I've never seen that have like millions of viewers.
Yeah.
Apparently there was somebody, I don't know if we're allowed to say, that like pulled out last minute.
I think we had. Did we ever say on the pod that like
whatever?
But Sydney Sweeney was never going to be a part of our like B list, you know, early round. She was going to come for the actual tournament.
We were priming the pump.
We can't say why she pulled out, which is a hilarious story, but I don't know, maybe
we were priming the pump. We got to do a few amazing things, including like seeing the par 3 contest / walking the course at Augusta. But Monday, traveling down midday, our flights got like canceled or rebooked. What happened?
It was that the tornado and all the storms fucked up like every flight out of the Northeast, and our shit. We got what was a direct flight became. We had speaking of white power, we were laid over in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Jesus Christ! Which the airport was
three gates.
It was three. It was 4 gates. 4 gates. We were at gate 3. There was one restaurant. It was a bar. You were the first beer customer of the day.
First Yingling of the day.
I ordered a beer 10:20, 6 a.m. They're like, "Oh, we open at 10:30." I was like,
"Come on, guys, all right. Let's go."
All right,
come on,
Yinza.
Come on,
Yinza.
Come on.
What do you
Let's
call me?
be real.
I went over the escalator looking to see if there was like more shit, but it was just
exit.
That's it.
You go up and it's like, and you're out. It's
like, all right, you live in Charlottesville now.
That's got to be. I don't know off top if you could name a worse. Like if you're like, okay, you got to spend the night somewhere like Charlottesville, Virginia. That would have been brutal.
Like Biloxi, Mississippi, or something.
Thank God, 2 dudes on our flight, which was of course overbooked because of the cancellations, took a straight $1,000 in cash each to be like, yeah, I'll chill.
Because $1,000 in Charlottesville is like $10,000 in New York. I got
more.
They are now the co-mayors of Charlottesville.
That's 6 figures in Charlottesville. You know how many tiki torches you can buy with a G, dude?
A lot.
Yeah. Shout out Charlottesville.
But the first fiasco. The first fiasco. So this is my first experience with the fucking your child, your Ramoa.
You hadn't. Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, I had taken
because your inaugural trip was to Texas.
Didn't I bring it? Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. This was, and you got another one for your birthday?
No, Jenna got me like a tag for it.
Oh, for your birthday?
I mean, listen, bro.
I thought
it was thoughtful.
I thought it was like second bag on the way, and I was like, shit, he's going full Ramoa mode.
Fucking sick. I think I said that in valet. Is that my next purchase is going to be more Ramoa luggage? She got me a tag, and you know how I do like my monogram. I do bro. She got a monogram bro.
So you're a guy that has a tag that says bro. Toting around a Ramoa.
Yeah, it's orange too. It's bright orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right, cool.
Along with my bro El Bean tote that I typically travel with as well.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like a full-on embarrassment.
And your Masters croquies.
Yes.
We'll get to the
no spoiler. No spoilers.
Okay, first kind of L of the trip, which like I was honestly this was you ran point on this project.
Yeah, I did.
This was because basically they wanted you to come, and you're like, I'm not going without James.
No, of course not.
And they were like, okay, you guys are gonna have to share a bed.
Knowing what we know now, with hindsight being 2020, if it was going to be the original situation was sharing a room in this cottage with like one king size bed, I think a king size bed.
Yeah,
maybe
even queen.
Yeah. Either way, I think you said this to me. You're like, I would have left immediately.
Yeah, I would have turned around and just gotten a flight back home immediately.
Especially with the amount of because it was fun, and we'll get into everything, but it's like the amount of napping because of the late nights and some of the work we had to do when we were down there. Like one room would have been a disaster,
dude.
Thank
also,
God. Thank God, Sidney Sweeney.
All you're doing, all you're consuming is like meat and Michelob Ultra. So like,
yeah,
the shitting was also just pretty out of control.
Corona seltzers, dude.
That's true. Well, only night one. Only night. I learned my lesson.
And I was ripping fucking darts and zins the whole time.
How many cigs do you think you smoked?
Well, that's the thing.
Big cig culture.
Which is that's part of golf, which I really like. Heaters, darts, etc. I had a pack going down, and then
Hank pulled up with 3 cartons
of Reds.
Because he came through duty free.
But like that first night, we were on the trip with the Corson Bros, the real disgusting brothers.
For real.
And Brock disappeared when we were watching the national championship game, and he comes back and he literally made one of the Jay Lindeberg guys take him to like a Circle K to buy cigs, and he just threw a pack of cigs at me, Marb Lights. But yeah, I probably smoked 3 packs. Honestly,
okay,
in 3
over
days.
3 days.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty crazy.
Yeah, standard operating procedure.
Pack a day, light work.
Come on now.
All right, so traveling down there, the Rimowa.
Here we go.
So because we weren't going straight to Atlanta, we were flying to Charlottesville, and then from Charlottesville to Atlanta, we were on like even smaller planes than just like the fucking regional
the puddle jumpers,
the paper plane that you toss down to Atlanta. This was like 2 and 2, right? I believe it was 2 and 2.
I think it was 2 and 2.
Immediately, you tried to stow your Rimowa? So it clearly was not happening.
The guy's like, all right, this looks like it might be on the borderline of what's going to fit in like these extra small fucking carry-on situations.
Also, the Rimowa is not tall. It's a pretty squat motherfucker, no? Isn't it short?
It's a little chode-like.
It's like a fire hydrant or a bulldog.
But they make of the 2 carry-ons, this is like the carry-on plus or whatever it is. So the guy's like, you could try. You could like roll the dice. It was never going to fit. So I had to gate check it, which was sad.
You didn't need my help lifting it up, which was proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. But you had to gate check and then watch it go down the fucking little conveyor belt.
It was like a goodbye Sweet Prince moment, which was hilarious because we both independently I think you took a video that you sent to the Discord to shit on me.
Not to shit on you. I didn't shit on you.
You
perceive me as shitting on you. I just posted it.
Oh, with no context?
Yeah.
Let the people decide.
Just like the video of us on the Rangers MSG Jumbotron. No context.
Oh yeah, whatever was the verdict there. We both kind of were subpar.
I think my beer chug looked better than it actually was.
Hence the tweet.
And someone was like, "Yo, yeah, I think perception is reality."
Mm-hmm.
And I think that because the beer was to my mouth for the entirety of the video,
right?
Except for like one, like let's fucking go. Mm-hmm. And I think one person was, Larry not being ready shows that he's an amateur.
Yeah, that was bad. Well, I don't think I've ever been on a Jumbotron before. So I didn't have any.
But the guy with the camera's right here.
I understand.
On me.
Yeah, we discussed this at length. I guess if you want to if you ever need a reason to join Discord, you can see this video that we posted like a week ago. But no, I will say with the remote thing, I had that tinge of sadness at first, but then I'm like, yo, I can't have it look pristine. My whole thing is it's too new money fresh out the fucking case.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It needs to be fucking beat up. I'm not going to be a stickers on my remote guy, but I was kind of like, okay, this shit is about to get fucked up. Mainly for the first time because with Texas, that plane is big enough to handle it. But yeah, I think
you got to start checking your carry-on bag to get it all dinged up.
I don't know if I want to speed up the process or alter it.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Real stealth, well, shit.
No.
My Rimowa.
Yeah, right. That's the opposite of stealth.
I let it ding organically.
That shit is fucking gleaming down the terminal, dude.
Bro,
but anyway,
gauche as fuck.
So we waved her goodbye, but ultimately she made it in one piece. Thankfully,
we did have to wait at the end of the jetway, and luckily we had an hour to kill or 2 hours to kill between flights. But you're just waiting like a fucking kid.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah,
waiting at a kid at the playground, waiting for his parents to pick him up, just waiting for your bag to show up.
I know that there's certain people that will never check their bag. They hate that, and I agree that that's terrible. The gate check might be the worst option. It's because
at least it can't get lost.
But you're waiting there on the jetway, and people are trying to get around you. Whereas if you checked it, you just get it at baggage claim.
Yeah, but
you're
probably
waiting
a much bigger
longer.
chance it gets lost.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially if you're connecting and shit.
Especially if it's a Rimowa.
Although we just got back on the same plane.
It was the exact same fucking plane, dude. Had to gate check it again.
Yeah.
For a second time. Anyway.
It was a pretty swaggerless, pretty racially monotonous crowd heading down, except for we were kind of like, yo, that guy,
look at that guy, look at that cool black guy.
Yo, that hot black guy. He's yo.
Well, I knew him. I knew who he was immediately.
That's Aurora Anthony. I follow him. He doesn't follow me back.
Yeah, right. Which honestly, the best part about Well, this is
press
embarrassing,
strips.
but I got a lot of good follow backs that I needed.
Well, that's why you want press strips.
100%. Making new friends. We'll talk about the ups and downs of any press trip. But what really stuck out for me is that our boy Aurora, our new best friend, our new bestie, was rocking the shit out of a fucking black Averex jacket.
And I guess like what we should preface is saying that when you go on a press trip, you don't know who's going.
No idea. Well, like we knew Cole was going to be around.
Yeah, but he was more for. Okay, so that's one.
Yeah,
we didn't know how many people are going. Yeah. You can get. And let's just talk about this now. Like, I've been. How many press trips have you been on?
This is my first.
Are you for real?
In terms of like not like a press event or like a day-long thing, like a true trip, this was numero uno.
So you never know. You're never told, and I think it's like weird to ask, or I would feel weird asking, like, yo, who's going?
Yeah, I mean, like to determine if you want to go.
Yeah.
Who else going to be there?
Yeah. And so you're kind of stuck, and like they give you an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
It ranges from like fully like every 15 minutes is what you have to do, depending on like the activity and the brand and like the fucking how hard ass the brand is and the PR girlies are. Or it's just like, oh yeah, like you got one thing here, one thing that day, but you never know who you're gonna go, and you're kind of walking in blind.
Yeah.
And so to like knowing that they're like, yo, seeing a cool black guy and like I guess like a known influencer on the flight to Charlottesville.
Yeah.
It's like there's only one place he's going, right?
That's what we ended up figuring
so it's like,
out.
All right,
why else would he be here?
This guy's on the trip.
Yeah.
He's cool. We ended up like legitimately befriending him and like connecting with him, and yeah, he's cool as hell.
I think we lucked out like our
house. He and I might go to Jacksonville to get some grills together.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's where his grillman is in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
I think at one point he dropped how much his grills were, and I'm like, you're in a different tax bracket, my friend.
Well,
he was
that's
giving us tips too about how to like.
That's what they retail for. Oh. But this guy in Jacksonville, he's a known guy in Atlanta, so he'll just like come to Atlanta, take a bunch of orders, go back to Jacksonville, do his thing, and it's because the money goes so much further than Jacksonville.
But Aurora got the influencer discounts. Like, yo, throw up a tag on IG, and you got your
and I'll
grills.
Smile.
Yeah,
I'll bring the grills to Augusta.
He got them for fucking wholesale. That's pretty sick. They were fucking star-studded for sure. Those shirts were. Speaking of fucking glee.
Well, it wasn't even. It's not the ones that he was like wearing on the course.
He was golfing. Well, I think you said the first man ever at Augusta in grills, which probably is true.
And toward Abbey.
Yeah, so basically I've been fully Averex pilled. My boy Sean, who I saw the weekend right before we left, he was back from a jaunt all over Asia, and when he was in Japan, he bought like this Japanese exclusive like cream Averex, and we did a little
black.
No, it's cream. It's cream. Yeah, and we did a little jersey swap,
little leather swap
when we were out and we were twisted. And I was like, I could get used to this, but like a white guy, talk me out. A white guy can't wear an Averex.
It's
maybe impossible.
Like spicy whites.
I'm pretty
whites.
spicy.
Maybe like Mike Slice, the homie,
the sliciest.
The slicey white.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sliced up enough to do the Avi.
No, I don't think so. I think and that was a unanimous.
They just fit really fucking nice, dude.
That was the unanimous. I think vote was amongst the boys that you're not like it's not meant for you.
And I love
you can't wear a fucking Masters hat, Averex, and a fucking Kamakura. Like
I'll be the first to ever do it, dude. I'm a trailblazer. I'm the
Aurora's the first. Aurora's the first. You're the white Rosa Parks.
I'm the white Rosa Parks of white men wearing Averex. I just love also the vanity sizing where he's like, yeah, if you do get one, get an extra small.
All right, well, if you get an
which
Abbey,
makes me feel like a little baby.
I mean,
it's nice. It's buttery, raglan sleeves.
You can wear it with your
embroidery.
You can wear it with your choked up Tims.
Yeah, really, that would be full Wigga cosplay.
You can wear it with your whole Gashi fit,
dude. I really think Gashi bit my steez, dude. I really think he did.
Embarrassing. It's really embarrassing.
I mean, maybe not the best look, but there's also been worse ones.
Who's the worst?
Specifically for me.
Who's the worst Larry clone?
Biter? I mean, we could probably name 100 John's Ruiners who have kind of come for my neck.
Yeah, but none of them are as like visible or as like. Yeah.
And now, if anything,
Gashi.
I mean, shout out Cole because I feel like having a fairly like Gashi performed at the official UFC 11 after party. That's a big look.
That's where the photos from.
Yeah, right. But he's been rocking. So what I'm saying is good for Cole that a guy of that stature is wearing metalwood. But I wonder if people are going to think that I bit Gashi's steez now.
Maybe you did. No,
oh,
speaking of which, speaking of Cole from Metalwood, so we did a little Friday fiasco while down there.
Yeah.
Between walking the course and the Jay Lindenberg party, we posted up on the porch. The porch was the MVP of the whole
so clutch, dude.
And we'll talk about the crib and the grounds and everything.
I could get used to that, like, porch living, dude. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
drinking outside, blasting ours.
It's like you're outside, but you're not outside.
Right, and we got really lucky with the weather because it was fucking horrendous. I mean, the tournament was like crazy delayed, and they suspended play a bunch of times, and that fucking tree fell. But when we were there,
when did the tree? What tree?
You didn't see the tree fall on the Masters course, bro?
No,
People had to like get out of the way because
Really?
a giant pine tree came
fell?
down. Yeah, dude.
During the Masters?
Yes, during
Wow,
play.
cursed. What?
Yeah, the gusts. I guess the gusts of winds were so crazy that before they fucking suspended play on, I think it might have been Friday. That shit fucking big tree fall hard.
Did someone yell 4?
I don't think so.
No one got hurt?
No one was hurt.
That's nuts.
Thank God.
Anyway, second ever Friday Fiasco with Cole coming this Friday.
Big golf pod.
After an episode with another bestie, Gus Dapperton.
Love Gus. Quick friends.
Great vibes. Just great guy.
Great pod. Super fun. Check out his music. Again, like you obviously put him on.
It's like Sham level big brain music. Right?
Yeah, it's like
I made him famous. We talked about that, but like he blessed us. You know, it's the snake sucking its own dick. He came back and blessed us with a pretty fire pod for 2 hours, I think.
And we get to the bottom of why him and all his boys are fucking nice on the lanes.
Yeah, exactly.
First question out the gate. You know we had to do our Big J journalism shit.
Okay, so we get to the crib where the first one's there. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It's this like you drive like 2.5 hours outside of Atlanta. You're going through like fucking poverty and like Trump shit and just like abandoned ass like bandos. And all of a sudden you're at the fucking this beautiful private gated community with like I'm sure that there were security guards with like fucking ARs and shit. Like there was a situation where somebody that took a taxi.
Yep.
There was like a situation at the fucking gate at the door
because of the race of the driver.
Yeah,
who was
allegedly
a wonderful black woman.
Okay, wait, who was it?
It was Ben's driver.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And also, I believe there was some trouble with I guess Brock is a big fucking drunk orderer guy. So like he ordered food, he ordered barbecue and then Taco Bell, and we'll talk about your maiden voyage with the Bell.
Yeah.
But I think those guys also had trouble getting in because it's like, no one's ever ordered Taco Bell to this fucking gated community ever.
A lot of firsts this trip,
for sure.
A lot of barriers being broken down. So the situation was we're in this massive, and they're called cottages, which is some fucking waspy bullshit. It was a big fucking crib with like 8 bedrooms.
There was a lot.
A big ass living room.
Yeah, I think 8,
a sick porch. It was girls downstairs, guys upstairs.
Yeah. By design.
Yeah. And then night 1 was, and then so there's like the cottages with like the guests, and then like 15-minute walk away, 10-minute walk away, like a very nice walk, or like a 2-minute car ride.
Yeah.
With like, y'all want a car ride? It's like, no, we're gonna walk 10 minutes.
Stroll with the fellas with the fucking road soda and have a great fucking time.
Jay Lindenberg had a house that was probably like, like 15 bedrooms. It was reminding me of Coachella, where it's like
that was a Coachella
big brand house, pool. It's like it's where all the activations are. It's where the staff is. It's where the fucking photo guys are in the back just fucking editing the photos they did not take of us.
Yeah, grinding. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll talk about why, but I think it was valid.
Okay,
that
so
we were not included.
Night 1 was just like a small, like kind of like cocktail hour, like hang, get to know each other.
Yeah.
Some thoughts here. Cornhole, goated.
Love it. It's my favorite game. And
your form is very effeminate.
Yeah.
Very, very sugar in the tank.
But I will say that judging a book by its cover aside, that's like maybe the one
sport.
I was gonna say athletic adjacent
tossing
activity.
beanbags,
dude. Tossing bag. I can toss a fucking bag with the best of them.
Yeah, but we lost.
We did lose because that dude Julius is a fucking savant, dude. He's like the Rain Man of cornhole.
He had 3 in a row to just fucking end it.
Yeah, that was brutal. Corned out.
Yeah, we got corned up.
Yeah, I can't. Obviously, you learned very quickly. I cannot golf. We know that
your form is very like it's very like ballet. Like you have one arm.
Room here.
You have one arm all the way out here. You like it's almost like your bowling form.
Yeah, it's bowling. It's like a bowling form, which is funny because I don't bowl that way.
Right.
I just toss bags that way. I just bag that way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wish I can't demonstrate for you guys.
Corn star.
Yeah. And then played some fucking.
And then we played some big ass which like I wish we were playing more cornhole.
Yeah, we probably should have. Well, we lost 2 times in a row, but I would say we're a pretty good team.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It was light bites, which was the food was honestly like that might have been my favorite food, except for the hot dogs. That might have been my favorite food of the whole trip, which was fried saltines.
Bro,
It's a Southern thing. It's not a Cajun thing.
Dude, I was blown away how good just a fried saltine is on its
So
own.
at Anoop's,
crazy.
At my boy Anoop's upcoming restaurant, he does fried saltines with like seafood.
It should be mandatory.
With crab salad.
I know, like the whole thing is like your tummy hurts, have some saltines, but like any saltines consumed in a non-medicinal way, I think it should be. Legally they need to be. They should be fried.
Yeah, death penalty. The best was some pimento cheese on there, and then some fucking like bacon jam.
Oh my God. That was the best. And there's so many like things that like when we'll get into our food review of everything that like you have to order at the Masters, all of like the fucking classics, the most famous being the pimento cheese sandwich. But that singular bite at the house was maybe one of the best things I've eaten legitimately in a long time.
Fire.
I was blown away.
Yeah, it was fucking good.
Fry your saltines, people. That's my
fry your saltines.
That's my advice.
And throw some bacon on the pimento.
Yeah,
baby. The beer selection all weekend all week. All weekend. It was a fucking Monday.
Yeah.
The beer selection was lacking. I will say that.
Yeah, not great. Amstel Light,
Miller Lights at the clubhouse.
That was not bad. I'll take a Miller Light.
I fuck with Miller Light, but like that's it. It's the beer choice for the Mildred boys. It's the beer choice. That means it's good. I've never drank Michelob Ultra before. I drank like 28 of them and was just pissing.
Yeah,
it was just like a straight fucking. It was just like as I was drinking one, the one underneath it was like coming out my dick.
I'm surprised. I'm always surprised how popular it is, and I know like
it's like 1 calorie.
Dude, when I go to the bar in Texas with my brother-in-law and like his fucking merry band of fucking goons, all those guys like, and I think I've talked about this before, they all drink Michelob Ultra. I'm like, what do you guys do? That or Coors Light. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's something with like
the beer is marketed towards waspy kind of yuppies like in every commercial, but
it's like go for a run
drinking it,
go for a run and then drink a Michelob Ultra
after you rollerblade.
There's something here though
in the park.
There's something here because between like fratty like alpha fucking guys or think that they're alphas and like drinks that are like quote unquote gay. Because the first time I ever had a White Claw was at a bachelor party with a boy from Boston, my boy from Boston, and his fucking Boston goons that look straight up like Jeremy Renner's fucking shattered collarbone show up, and this is the first time I've ever had White Claw. And I was like, why are these fucking...
With the Boston bros? With the cast of The Town?
Why are these bros? Why is fucking Ben Affleck and why are the Affleck brothers like pulling up with this fucking girly-ass drink? And then it was like, wow, this is actually fire.
Yeah. And I guess
this is all I'm going to drink for the next 6 years.
And it's funny because the other side of the coin is like every fucking hipster in blue-collar stolen valor
PBR,
drinks.
Lone Star, Bud Heavies.
Bud Heavies, ourselves included, and then fucking High Life.
Dude. It's the beerman's paradigm.
It is the beerman's
the
paradigm.
bluer your collar, the gayer your drink.
Apparently, right? That's how I know you're a real fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
Is that you're
if there's
on something real gay?
Yeah. If there's less than 10 calories in your drink, you're fucking swinging hog, buddy.
I always thought in my mind that I liked Amstel Light.
It's disgusting.
And I've only ever had it in a bottle. In a can, and it's got to just be a fucking psychological thing. As soon as I was drinking it from a can, I'm like, this is the worst beer I've ever had.
Amstel Light. So there's a few beers that always taste very skunk to me. Amstel Light, Heineken, Corona.
Nah, Corona's good money.
I don't like Corona. I don't like Corona. And now
Life's a beach, baby.
And now I know that I do not like Corona hard seltzers.
I just want to get this out because this is the funniest moment to me is that, and I don't know if this is when it was that first night that we're talking about where we were watching the national championship, but it was the first night. You were drinking all these Corona hard seltzers, which all have crazy flavors.
It's like strawberry, kiwi, blueberry, acai, fucking mango, pineapple. Like
all this shit. Raspberry something, blackberry, raspberry lime, blackberry, whatever. And you were telling me that they were gas. So I got a
no.
Well, you did enough of a sell that I put the beers aside and I walked up and I got the blueberry acai and I would drink it. I'm like, yo, this is kind of fire. I was like, have you had the blueberry acai? And you grabbed the can for me and you're like, this isn't blueberry acai. This is whatever the fuck.
This is acai de arándanos.
And I was like, no, I know. You're just reading it in Spanish because it's Corona under it. You're like, nah, it's not blueberry. I'm like, how drunk are you,
I was like, this is blueberry arándanos. You're like, that's how you say blueberry in Spanish, dog.
You got so drunk that you could no longer read English.
I was bilingual.
You got so drunk you went Duolingo mode, dude.
Yeah, I went Dua Lipa.
But I was trying to explain to you that
I wasn't that fucked up. I was just like it was like it looked like that was the flavor. Yeah. Like blueberry arándanos.
I was a fan. I honestly had never had them before. I think they
paired well with the pimento and the bacon, you know?
Yeah, anyway.
Palate cleanser. But yeah, so that was the night that...
So drunk he started speaking Spanish.
The night, so we stopped playing Jenga because the fucking March Madness championship was on.
Yeah.
Right? And what a fucking shitty game. First
college
of all.
basketball.
But this is like, oh, fellas, gather on the TV. Like, we got to watch this. And like, also watching sports outside, go to that TV.
Oh, again, throw a TV on that porch, and you got to. I'm not moving my ass all day.
I just need a chamber pot, and I'm good.
Yeah, I was getting bullied all weekend, and I think we'll talk about the worst of it. But the initial moment I had with this dude who's an he's a wide receiver.
Well, so because we got there first, we were able to. Everyone had their name on their doors, and so we're looking up everyone.
Yeah.
And there was an actress that played like a pretty prominent role in Mr. Robot. They're just like full-time golf influencer.
Yeah. Ex-NFL receiver.
There is Aurora. There's as soon as I saw Brock Corson, I like texted him a photo. I was like, "Yo!" He's like, "Oh, we're about to have a week,
dude." And boy, did we! Yeah. And then
Hank. And then, this guy who we looked up, and he's like an ex-NFL wide receiver that's now like a full-time golf enthusiast / like golf content creator.
Yeah.
I guess like as golf is really
for sure
golf clubbed up.
Yeah, for real.
Really four-ironed.
Yeah.
The cottage industry of
maybe a wedge shot. I don't
golf
know.
specialist influencers is obviously golf right alongside.
I mean, it is like look at us like having a legitimate. Very promising career in the cottage industry of just John's enthusiasm. Imagine if we were fucking golf influencers, be rich
in an industry with money.
Yeah.
Although I will say that the other round of golf, just real quick, the full-time golf influencer, he brought his own tripod.
Yeah.
And it took them, and they're very good golfers.
It
took us 4 hours to do 18. It took them 5.5 hours because he was setting up his tripod and filming every single shot,
every swing.
Every swing.
But my first run-in with this guy that we ended up like, and obviously like I'm exaggerating here, like he was cool, and we had the action movie debate with him, which was very sweet.
I know.
And honestly, a great icebreaker for anyone if you're trying to bro down with a new bro. Hit him with what's the best action franchise of all time.
And we were stumped when someone was like, "Was it him or was it Hank?" That was like, "Yo, Matt Damon's been in another goated like action thriller." Franchise, do you know what it is?
Well,
we're stumped.
It was Oceans.
It's Oceans.
But it also like action is the wrong term. But he was saying that another big franchise. Sure, right, one of the biggest. But our man, who apparently went to San Diego State, he's watching his Aztecs play. I didn't know this.
And getting the ass beat.
Right. Oh, getting fucking run. Though I think it might have been a little. Maybe they got within like 5 points at one point.
There was a run at the end, but then they fucking got spanked.
But boy, did I put my foot in the mouth.
No, you didn't.
Not
knowing
this. Well, I'm playing it up because I do think I was in the right. I'm just sharing a dart with one of the homies from JL, and I was like, "Yo, did you watch the FAU San Diego State game? Like that obviously had this amazing buzzer beater." And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." And I was like, I really think that having watched that game, I was like, I thought FAU deserved to win that one. Should have won. They should have won.
And this guy fucking
snapped his neck. Should have.
No, deserved.
Deserved? Yeah. What did I say? Deserved.
You said deserved to win.
I said deserved to win.
He's like,
deserved.
He's like, did they win? You're like, no. He's like, then you don't deserve to win.
If you didn't win, you don't deserve to win. I was like, whoa, dude, pump the brakes. He's like, maybe you should have. Should have's better.
Maybe you mean you should have.
They should have won. They should have won. I was like, yo, dude, my bad.
I was like, I was at this in my chair, ready to fucking defend my Corona Seltzer brother in arms to the death.
my blueberry acai in hand.
I was like, wait, this guy's 6'4", 240. Never mind.
He's a beast.
Never mind.
But I was like,
he's been lugging around this tripod all week.
I'm like, I think I legit hurt this guy's feelings night one. I don't even think I'd introduced myself to him yet. That was the introduction.
Yeah.
What do you mean deserved? 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 If they would have won, they would have won. If they deserved to win, they would have won.
Yeah.
Maybe you mean should have. Bro, I don't mean anything. I'm fucking having a dart with the homie. I don't give a fuck.
One of 60 darts.
And you know what? Maybe if he had a better attitude, they should have won. But they didn't.
Maybe he deserved to I don't know whether the fuck.
Anyway.
But yeah, such is the ups and downs of a press trip where it's like you kind of have to cede control. And this was an ongoing thing, like Brock, for example, was like, he's like, yo, fuck the dinners. Like, I'm just gonna order Mad Barbecue. Or fuck that. I'm gonna order Mad. He's like, the drivers work for us. Let's go to Magic City right now.
Dude, he was really testing the limits of what is acceptable as a VIP attendee on one of those things.
You do it to cede control, which means that there's like a lot of
this is the quid pro quo nature of the whole trip, right?
It's the question marks around like what your schedule is. So it's like, oh, all of a sudden we have 4 hours free. What are we gonna do? Like watch Summer House, jerk off, and like write emails.
Yeah.
There's like we pull up. The brand has the entire closet is just like their clothes hanging.
Yeah.
I took the clothes off the hangers, hung my shit up.
Yeah, you're like, come on, dude. The OL needs to air out.
I was like, here's a nice little pile, but the OL needs to fucking breathe. Let the linens breathe.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, of course, like they're being overly generous and you're being treated like fucking royalty, but we're like, maybe I'll like I golfed in a pair of socks. I golfed in JL socks.
That's the most minimal fucking. I golfed in the JL Polo.
You did. Do you think it helped your game?
Absolutely. Shout out JL for sponsoring one of the leaders of the Masters at first, and then
who we met,
Victor
Hovland.
I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah,
we talked a bunch about that with Cole, but he was mad cool, dude. I mean, he was, he's fucking shaking hands, he's fucking kissing babies, he's doing the whole thing with the white AP.
Kissing hands and shaking babies.
I don't want you. You invented it, bro. As we established on.
I shook the first baby.
Unhinged AMA. Yeah, you're in the documentary, right?
Yeah.
Oh my bad.
It's all good. But it's just like, there's no obligations, but you're like very much encouraged to tag and post. I think also like, if you're a bigger name, maybe the conversations and expectations are different. I think at one point, Brock turns to Hank. He's like, "Yo, you gotta fucking post, like, tag them, bro."
Yeah.
And so like, Hank immediately just puts his phone, like, takes a selfie and wearing a hat backwards, just puts Jay Lindeberg official across his eyes.
I definitely was.
He's like, "Yo, see, I did it." I'm like,
I was and then I also feel bad because I'm like ghost tagging on the course, and like I think they ended up reposting like a shot of Ben. With the most perfect fucking hip action off the tee, which people thought was me. I'm like, oh, wait till you hear about my fucking golf game. Yeah. I do hip action fucking does not fucking exist.
That's the next topic.
But yeah, for me, it's like I don't want to I don't want to be the too cool for school guy, and I think our reputation precedes us in like it's throwing fits. Like who knows what these jokers are gonna get up into get up to. But I felt like I kind of have some regrets I didn't play ball harder with maybe some of the fits, and I realized this, and I came to this thought when we got sent the week transfer with all the pics from the parties and the course, and there was not a single photo, no visual evidence that the goddamn motherfucking boys were even on this trip to begin with,
basically,
which made me feel really bad. But
we're like a black person at Augusta pre-1984 does not exist.
Yeah, I don't want to like put anyone on blast, but when I saw the dude from JL, Nick, who basically invited me and by proxy you, I was like, yeah, like, so what is the policy? Trying to suss it out with the policy with some of the gear. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm quitting next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't care.
It was also just like, I because I came with a small suitcase, I was like, all right, I got to be economical and plan out every single fit. It's like, okay, night 1, drinks and food. Night 2, dinner. I'm gonna wear this fucking suit. Mm-hmm. Night 3, party. All right, there's a golfing fit. There's a walking the course fit, and there's like a travel fit on either end.
Right,
and like
that's
straight
a lot.
economical.
That's a lot, even for the Carry On Plus from Momoa. You did have a moment where you're like, oh, like why don't you like ship this stuff to me? He's like, it's again, dude, don't even worry about it. Like I don't give a fuck.
It wasn't like that.
It just was.
It was like that rude about like him leaving.
No.
I mean, I was just being like, yeah, why don't you ship it to me? And then when I like won that raffle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so I won this raffle. I don't know.
Sponsored by Scarce.
Yeah.
The best. Scarce.
Yeah.
It's I worked for the guy.
Right.
Did some consulting on the Scarce box.
Well, I went up to the rack and I was like, whoa, this Jay Lindeberg shirt looks like some Casablanca. And like, I'm like, oh, it is. It is Casablanca. It's like, oh, you enter this raffle by them taking a photo of you, and then like your name gets put in a hat, and then you win 4 shirts, 2 Jay Lindeberg shirts, and a Rude shirt and a Casablanca shirt.
Where's the Casa? Oh, and the best is the Rude shirt. Aurora had been wearing it the night before.
I know, it's a game worn.
He was like playing golf. He was like whatever that little chipping, like the chipping game by the pool. I'm like, bro, you wore this the other night.
I know. But I was like, again, trying to play ball. I was like, I actually have this Jay Lindeberg shirt in the closet that they set up. Like,
I don't need to win a second one.
Can I get it? Is it possible to like swap it out for one? And they were like, "Oh, Nick's gonna like connect with you, and he'll like whatever you pick." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, sure." But like, here's the Casablanca.
Where's the Casa Silk right now? Are you gonna ever wear it, dude?
No, it's going on grilled right after this.
Okay, good to know.
It's an absurd shirt. Like it's like my shit my grandmother used to wear, which is like the whole vibe of the brand.
No, 100%. I mean, it's like basically Versace, but not Versace. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so night 1 in the books. Sure. We get up. We have a 9 a.m. tee time. We grab some fucking grub. We don't know who we're playing with.
Yeah,
right? we know that. My boy, or our boy Ben, who I saw on IG that he's heading down there, he is now like pretty much the golf contributing editor at Esquire.
Yep.
He was at Esquire for a minute. That's where I got to know him because he led the Esquire Snapchat.
Yeah.
And he was like always
Ben
just
is
like
an old homie. He's been in menswear or adjacent to menswear forever.
And he was always just like the most solid dude, like very pleasant to work with, like very cool, like definitely someone I'd like grab a beer with. He had a column at Esquire because he loves potato chips. It was just like the chip guy.
He's
I don't know.
Reviewing chips, right?
Just reviewing chips.
That's
cool dude.
My fucking dream job, bro.
We knew that he was going to be with us. We did not know who our 4th was going to be. And like literally no one at jail knew who the 4th was going to be. We show up. I get a DM actually from my brother's friends being like, oh, you're playing tomorrow with one of my best friends, Brad.
Yeah, dude, the
I'm
best
like,
guy.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Oh man.
Turns out,
dude,
Brad is a former professional golf player.
He played on the PGA Tour in China
for 8 years and is now, and like we didn't know that.
No, he told.
We didn't know that. Ben before he even told us that. I think when it really hit me how like fucking serious this guy was, when Ben was like, "This guy's building with his hands and like bulldozers and shit. He's building the most anticipated golf club in America right now, Pinehurst
10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which we're gonna be heading down there when it's ready.
I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait.
This guy Brad and Ben's also fucking nice,
real good, and he played. I think he played particularly really well with us that day because the vibes were fucking on 10.
I know.
Dude.
I know.
So good. What a grouping, dude.
I know. We were out there for 4.5 hours. I mean,
we were cruising too. We were playing fast.
Like,
I think we were the first group, right? The first group.
We were the first group.
Yeah.
We weren't first. We weren't first on the day.
All
of
day,
the two
of the JL groups.
Yeah. This guy Brad, just like kind of give the context of what he did. Super positive guy. He's went to college and played with he was a walk-on at Oklahoma State University, which is where a lot of the pros. I guess their golf program is like superior.
Yeah, he's friends with all the homies.
He lived with Jordan Spieth.
No, Spieth. I think he was it Justin Thomas.
Yes.
JT.
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he calls Justin Thomas.
JT?
I mean, everyone calls him JT. He's fucking. I think my note that I wrote down on my phone, drunk later, to make sure I didn't forget was, "Is Brad the white Tiger Woods?" ?
Yes, he is.
He is. He
really hit a golf. So there's one hole where it's like, all right, what you do is you hit it straight and then you drive straight and you go for the whole
kind of you
angle
drive,
over.
lay up, and then
it's like because there's trees in the crook between the tee box and the hole.
It's a curved hole.
Yeah, this motherfucker. It's a macaroni elbow.
Yeah,
this motherfucker went for it,
dude.
And he's like, I think he needed the caddy to go halfway down the hole to make sure that there's no one on the green.
Yeah,
he fucking skied it over the trees, stuck it on the green, which by the way was an island surrounded by creeks. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
And stuck it 25 feet from the pin. Unfortunately, missed the putt for eagle. But
that was like a 25-footer for eagle. Dude.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
The caddy, who's been caddying there for a few years.
Shout out Mary, wonderful woman, the best.
She legitimately was like, "That's the greatest shot I've ever seen here."
She said, "Thank you." She said,
"Thank you,
thank you for that shot.
Thank you for allowing me to witness that. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen."
I guess she has never seen someone go driver over. It's literally he hit a golden tee shot. Brad is peanut gallery mode on the Friday Fiasco, and I think we talk about this more in depth. But it was an absurd shot.
Yeah,
otherworldly.
And and definitely put into stark contrast by the fact that he was paired with us two chuckle fucks.
I mean, listen, I'm terrible, and we'll get into it. I was extra. You know what's funny? That's how I know the group was so good is because I was self-conscious, but then it's like, nah, dude.
It doesn't matter.
We're going to help Larry. It doesn't matter. And then we're going to help Larry. Brad was giving me some nice tips for my style of game, which I believe is best categorized as absolute fucking dog shit.
Why don't you analyze my game and I'll analyze your game?
Again, Athletic Jimmy fucking showed his true stripes, which is that you seemingly can do no sport at an above average level. I was really impressed.
Thank you.
You were making great contact all day.
I don't know about that.
Oh, really? Well, who we're comparing it to, dude?
My driver game was fucking ass.
That's right.
I spent so much time on the beach, call me Neil Young, that I was actually getting nice with the sand wedge.
Same.
I actually lost a pitching wedge.
Yo, that was actually in poor form. You just left our clubs that were rented. You just left the pitching wedge on the course. Dude.
Well, yeah, because I brought it to the green. I think I brought it to the rough around the green, the first cut, and putted a long putt.
Coming out of Mary's tips, bro.
And then, no, it's not. She got a full 20.
She though was felt really apologetic. She's like, honestly, at the end of the day, she's like, that's on me.
And
which is
that's
a tough.
That's on me.
We don't want you dying on that green, Mary.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not exactly.
No, your game was nice. Yeah, you're pretty good with the irons.
Irons.
Yeah.
Call me Iron Man. The way I beat Tony Starkin. And that one long ass putt, the one video that Brad took.
I must be Tony Stark the way I'm nice with the iron, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Okay, your game. You came into this and you're trying to manage expectations. You're like, yo, we're bad. I'm bad. He's bad. We're bad.
Yeah.
So I knew you're gonna be bad. I did it, and this is purely
dude,
an observation.
Go off.
I'm not trying to put you down or belittle you.
Everyone already saw my fucking swing that you included in the fucking birthday gallery.
Had to include something.
Yeah.
From the trip.
Horrendous, dude. I'm so bad.
You were deep in the
Honestly,
shit.
at least I fucking made contact. You could have put one of my many fucking strikeouts up there. Holy shit,
and then you
guys.
walked 20 feet ahead and took another shot. I did not expect you to miss the ball with a full whiff 3 times on the first tee shot of the
really
day.
Bad. Yeah.
I didn't think that you were going to strike out.
Pretty bad.
Literally strike
Playing
out
the wrong
before
sport.
hitting the ball.
I'm so bad at golf that at a certain point in my own mind, I'm like, I see why Jews were banned from country clubs. Like, that's literally I'm so bad, bro.
Yeah, you set the Jews back pretty far in the golf culture.
Yo, shout out fucking Max Homa, the Jew on tour right now. But yeah, dude,
There's only one Jew on tour?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think he was even like bar mitzvah and shit. Like he's a legit Jew.
They just control the TV rights.
Yeah, I have exactly. Yeah, they're puppeteering the sport. That's why the Live Tour happened because the Saudis wanted to get in, dude.
They're behind the merch.
Yeah, they wanted some Muslim representation. The last time I played golf was over a year ago with my brother-in-law, and I played so much better that I honestly like. I couldn't make contact. I'm terrible.
I know that was kind of weird, but you alluded to it.
Kind of weird.
The fact that you couldn't make contact. You alluded to it, though. I mean, it should be easy, right? It's like the ball doesn't move, the hole doesn't move. Why is it so hard to go from here to here? Like, I can hit probably like a baseball that's going like 70. 80.
Really?
I can't do the 80
I was
batting
like, 80,
gauge.
bro, chill.
80 I cannot do the batting
Honestly,
gauge.
at this point, any athletic feat that you fucking gas yourself, I believe it, bro.
But how is that not like?
I don't know.
How is that easier than like
the
hitting
ball's smaller?
Not being able to hit the fucking ball? It's all about. Well, I think it's really just form, right? That, As we get older,
a bad shoulder, guys.
Yeah. As we get older, I think it is like you have to really lock in form, and we just didn't have any semblance of that.
And you know, here's the thing too, like. Once I like got comfortable with the group, I wasn't like embarrassed, but like I would like to go to a range, but I'm like I need to practice in like seclusion, dude.
In the dark.
No, seriously, like away. I can't be around fucking prying eyes, dude. It's too bad.
Well,
for
bro,
my brand.
after all this golf talk, my fucking TikTok algo is just all golf, which is like, I'm like, damn, should I get like a putter and like a green just like down the hallway?
Honestly, it would be fucking fun. I will say that like my short game. Can't drive for shit. My short game was okay. I'm obviously not.
You had a pretty fire putt. Oh, well, and then you took the club and spiked the green, and everyone was like, oh.
Yeah, that was not great. That's poor form, I believe. I dropped that one from like 15. You almost had that. You had that lipper that obviously everyone saw
from the parking lot.
That was fucking. Yeah, our short game is better than our long game.
I did make a par 4 early on, and then I started hot, sucked, and then like ended up okay when I realized that I should like lift the ball up on the tee. Let me just say this, and this is like maybe it is because I'm just the natural athleticism and whatever, like being decent at trying whatever physical shit. It really sucks when you suck.
Yeah, it's a bummer
at anything.
It's
right?
a bummer.
Like and. If you're locked into something for like
sucks to suck
4 hours, like sucking at something that you've signed up for 4 hours, like it can be pretty fucking miserable. But I think it's a testament to the crew we were with, and also just like
best.
I'm not saying I'm a golf pill because everyone's like, oh, Jimmy hates golf. I've always liked playing golf.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. You're just like out there chilling with your boys. You can drink, you can smoke, you can just chill, you can just walk in nature. Driving the golf carts, so much fun.
Absolutely.
Brad was fucking, like they did it right? They had like SIGs. They had a Bluetooth speaker. Like they knew
cranking dead radio.
They knew that we're gonna grab a transfusion after the front 9.
Yeah.
And so like
we put it in their hands. They didn't steer us wrong.
That itself is really fun. And again, it's a testament that like normally, if you were to suck at something for 4 hours, like you're gonna want to fucking kill yourself.
You're gonna want to quit.
This was like still. I wanted to play another 9.
That's a lot to me. Yeah, I was pretty.
You got bullied at one point.
Yeah, my confidence was pretty gassed, and like towards the end there. So I don't know if I had any more in me, but I still had a good time.
There was a low moment though when
that was not great.
When the hardo athlete that yelled at you for using the wrong verbiage to describe a loss.
Yeah.
There's one hole where they finally caught up to us because we took our time at the clubhouse in between the front 9 and back 9. Is that the fucking terminology?
Yeah, grab some.
We grabbed a glizzy. No glizzies. Grab some chips.
Snacks, and then can we shout out the transfusion? I had never, because we're not like actual golfers, and that's the other thing too. Just real quick, like I feel like I look with all the fucking metal wood and all the fucking
master's hat.
Yeah. I feel like people just, and as a white man, they're like, oh, like because everyone's always like, let me see the swing, like yo, we gotta play, and I'm like, no, like you do not put that demon on yourself.
You give golf vibes,
but despite all the golf vibes. I was not aware that these transfusions even existed. My new favorite drink, dude.
So it's a vodka or gin?
So it's, we were doing vodka.
Ben does gin.
Ben subs and gin, but it's ginger ale. And also, all the golf guys were like, transfer, of course it's like a thing.
So vodka.
Vodka, ginger ale, grape juice.
Fire.
Smacking. Lean for golfers.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible, dude. That shit, I was like, I could drink these in the park.
I'm double
chilling with the fellas.
I'm double cupped up with my double bogey, bro.
Dude.
But yeah, okay. So you got bullied on. It was like I think like hole.
It's probably like 15. I think it was
this was 15 where Brad hit that golden fucking shot where it's like we're so hyped that he got this and he went for it.
Dude,
Ben straight down the fairway. I hook it, but at least I made like solid contact and like Mary was like, "Yo, I see your shit. Like you're kind of straight on." And then you step up to the tee box right when, and because we'd taken so long and at the clubhouse, the foursome behind us finally caught up, and they pull up fucking in the golf cart, and the guy that yelled at you for he just like wanted to like go after you. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, he hit me. They want to see, they're golfers. They want to see people swing.
They want to see you fail.
And they watched me fucking take some big hacks, and I was getting hit with Big Ripper. Yeah. Oh, Big Ripper, Big Ripper, Big Ripper. I'm like, fuck.
When you were like missing it.
Yo, literally, my feelings were legitimately hurt, dude. I was like, this is head in hand.
It was brutal.
So then I finally made contact just right into the creek. Just,
it was
like 80 yards into the water.
I want to be like, leave him alone.
Yeah, seriously, dude. That's what I needed to defend me. Not watching the fucking chip, dude. That was fucking rough, dude. Yo, getting hit with the most sarcastic fucking firing squad of Big Rippers as I'm fucking whiffing.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was
brutal.
The two girls when they forced him choose. They're like, he's a tiny pee-pee.
I think it was just Nick and this guy had pulled up, and luckily the girls didn't see. Okay. Not that I would have cared, but like that would have added some insult to injury.
Absolutely.
For sure.
He's got a small pee-pee.
Yeah, from Big Ripper to tiny penis. Tiny penis.
You sat at the next hole because your feelings were hurt. You were sulking, but I was like, "Come on, bro! Like we're here.
I don't remember that.
I encourage you to come back.
I was like, "Yo, let me just whip the cart around for a little bit. Let me take over driving. Then I'll pick it back up at 17."
I'm pretty sure I was like, "Yo, this is an easy one. It's straight. Like we didn't do bad on 17.
One of them was a par 3, so yeah.
We didn't do bad on 17, 18. Literally, Brad hit a fucking an out of a bunker, and I heard some guy at the club be like, "Great out." Yeah. Great fucking
dude,
out.
He's fucking. I mean, he's building them now. You know,
I know.
He's building them now.
We wrap up. We go to the clubhouse. This was a great little moment. We're eating some fucking mid-ass meatloaf, although it wasn't bad with like the mustard sauce, the mustard barbecue sauce.
So the champions retreat, and shout out, great fucking host. Staff was awesome. Like transfusions were hitting. That was the worst meal. That was the biggest delta between based on what the establishment is. Like my expectations for the food, and then I'm like, what is this buffet lunch? It was horrendous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That was trash.
You got hit with a little moment where the staff is really friendly, gregarious, outgoing. They're like, hey, like introducing them, like Southern hospitality at its finest.
Do you know if you can tell the story, and then I want to ask a follow up.
But so we're sitting there, we're like drinking a beer, eating some meatloaf,
having a hilarious conversation that I cannot repeat on mic.
I know, just like talking shit, just locker room talk.
I was literally dying laughing head in hand because of one. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Some things are just for real friendship, but not for the pod. So good, dude.
We'll talk about it in the Discord. How about that? All right.
I mean, dude.
If either the watch or the listen Patreon post gets 100 likes, we'll talk about it in the Discord.
Just real quickly, you made the most dubious claim about something. An observation that I was like, "There's no way," and then I saw it with my own eyes. I peeped the warlock, and I was like, "You undersold it." Yeah. It was incredible.
I doth not protest. So we're sitting there, just like yucking it up.
Sorry, guys.
Just boys being fellas, and I see this guy swooping behind you, and he whispers something into your ear and just swoops off. And I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" No hats in the dining room,
sir. No hats in the dining room, sir. I already look crazy because I'm golfing in a PFG fucking shirt. I got
shorts. The shorts are fire.
Shorts are great. Shout out Pa.
Sambas.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, the one thing, because Brad is the fucking best guy, he was like, yo, like, and it wasn't like, I don't know if this is a compliment to be paid, but he was like, yo, I will say, he's like, the fact that you didn't bust your ass once golfing in Sambas, he's like, I'll give you that. Like, he's like, you should be proud. I'm like, damn, we've sunk that low.
You didn't fall. Good job. Good job, little buddy.
He's like, yo, I'm surprised you didn't fucking break your ankle. But that's just the kind of positive fucking dude you want to play with. But were they wearing their hats too?
No.
So they knew to take them off.
I think so, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
You really can't let any of these Jews in these countries.
I don't know,
bro. It's a bad look, apparently.
What? Was I wearing a hat? It was cloudy. I think I had a hat.
Were you golfing in a Bucky?
I think I had it. I think I had a TF hat on, but was I golfing in a Bucky?
No, I think you were golfing sans hat.
I rocked the Bucky to the
Look at
Masties.
Ben's pics. I don't know.
But I took that shit off. Like, I didn't wear sunglasses or anything while golfing, which was like crazy to see John Rombo playing with his fucking fat-ass notebook.
Hey, a lot of guys
journal.
I wonder if they're just like used to it. Yeah, the scorecard and shit. I wonder if they're just like used to it now. Because I always thought, I'm like, how is that comfortable?
I don't know.
And then the glove hanging out the other side.
Yeah, that's fine.
We didn't have gloves. That was the one thing that I was like, I wish I had a glove because I was getting a little blisty, dude.
Ooh,
yeah. Which is again like a blister for no reason.
Yeah.
Like not even like
for not hitting the ball.
Apparently.
Well, no, because you were swinging so many times.
I was thinking,
you probably took like 900 hacks, whereas Brad took, like 40.
Yeah, we were comparing scores with with the second group, and they were like, "What did you?" I'm like, "I think I shot a 550."
Well, literally, okay, so it's 72 for the course, right? So that's 72 swings. You probably took 500 swings.
Probably, dude. Well, I was trying to get to 10,000.
You played 8 games of golf.
I really did, dude. My shits were fucking crunched up, bro.
You got your money's worth. You got 8 games of golf in one day.
I really did. I took a lot of swings, dude. They say you miss every swing you don't take.
Yeah. All right, so night 2 was a private dinner back at the jail crib. Nothing really to note, although...
Yeah. What?
This was a little fun moment for me.
Oh, dude.
And I'll let you...
We're sitting there, chilling by the fucking pool.
We're hitting the little fucking
chip
chippies.
Game. One of the fucking... they're like the staff guys that don't work, because Jay Lindenberg, there was like 4 brand people there. Nick, the president, and then the social girl. What was her name? I forget.
Nick's boss. Amelia.
Oh, that's his boss.
Yes.
Oh, damn. Shout out to her.
Former boss.
Former boss. And someone else. So it's all these like staff people wearing jail polos, and they're kind of like, refilling coolers, fishing balls out of the pool, whatever. This one homie, his name is Andrew.
There's they were driving us around. They were kind of like, they're just like, they were hired to work the weekend.
Before we drove to the Masters the next day with Andrew, our first interaction with him is he walked up with you, and I believe he was like, "You're the caption guy from IG, right?" And he literally was like, the Scottish one about bag and piping, he's like, was incredible. I'm like, what the fuck what is happening right now? I'm like, did you pay this? Did you slip this guy 20 to say this in front of me? Like, what the fuck, dude? I was livid.
Why?
Because I couldn't hear that. We're talking about it again, but I hadn't heard the end of it. For the whole.
What are you talking about?
You mentioned this a lot, dude.
Well, because he's there. No. What happened was, he's like, you inspired me.
I haven't heard the end of it, is what I was trying to say.
I haven't brought it up. You keep bringing it up. You're the one that had this note. He came up to me, I think, the next night.
Because you said to me, yo, you get that note? You take that note?
Yeah. No, you go. Yo, don't worry, dog. I already took the note.
Oh, okay. There.
Oh, no, he came up to me when he was driving us to the Masters. He's like, yo, James, I've been working on one. And it was like very wordy. And I was like, brevity is king.
Well, he was like, I'm workshopping one about
corn
dogs.
What do you think about my girl must be a corn dog the way she only wants my meat when it's covered in bread.
Or he was like, it's something about me being a corn dog and then chicks only wanting me for meat and bread.
My meat covered in bread.
Yeah, which I feel like might be one that already exists.
I was like, honestly, it's close.
My favorite one is when we were in Milan. I must be Milanese the way I stay breaded and fried. So bread is an element that could be easily worked in with the food ones.
In Milan, I must be Milanese the way I get Il Duomo. And it's me in front of Il Duomo.
Not your best work.
Okay.
But I feel like I set the bar pretty high on that. Though you're the guy that apparently everyone fucking comes up to.
Look,
he did clarify, and it's not that he's a fan or throw gang or anything. On the contact sheet, they have everyone's names and Instagrams, and for whatever reason, he was poking around.
Yeah, let's minimize this achievement as much as I can.
He was, and the Scottish bag and piping one just really spoke to his proclivities, apparently.
Yeah. The only other thing really to note...
Well, this story's not done because the next day, when we were coming back from the Magnolia Club and we had a different driver, Andrew, this guy, your fan, took us there. It was another guy. I forget his name, but it wasn't Andrew. And because all white people look alike, all white guys, you were bringing it up to him, and this guy's like, I don't. And I was like, bro, that's not the same guy.
You're like, it's Andrew. I'm like, who the fuck is Andrew?
You were like, yeah. So like, because I guess there was just silence, and you were breaking it by being like, yo, so the corn dog caption? I'm like, bro, no, wrong fucking guy, dude.
All y'all look alike, brother.
Yeah, true, totally.
Yeah.
Especially at the Masters, dude.
Yeah.
You know why? You were in white people overload, dude.
I was like, oh, he's wearing khaki shorts. That must be Andrew. Nope, that's fucking everybody.
No, that's another one. Anyway.
The only other thing to note from night 2 was that we went after dinner, after Brock and Hank tried to steal the bottle of tequila from the bar and kind of got reprimanded by the bartender.
That was not a great look.
We go to the driving range, which was like a fun ass scene, dog.
That was. I mean, it was literally like any bonfire in a Friday Night Lights type movie or TV show was happening at the driving range. It's crazy.
Put on the Morgan Wallen. Let's go fucking crazy, y'all. We striping.
Dude,
we striping these.
People were fucking drinking. People were hitting. People were grooving to country. It was I felt very out of place. We were dressed up.
That might have been my golf moment. My golf highlight was when I fucking striped one wearing a Uniqlo Marnie suit and Our Legacy cami on mules.
Yeah, I think you hit like a 6-iron, just like.
And people are like,
lit that fucking candle, brother.
Light the candle. Mashed potato.
You stroked that shit, cuzzo.
Okay, day. What now? 2, 3?
No, we're finally. It took us 1 hour, but we finally made it to Augusta, Georgia.
Finally made it to the fucking Masters. So we bounce at
8 a.m.
8.
Yeah, early call time.
Get to the Magnolia Club, which is like it's only open the week of the Masters.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish we had spent more time there. I know you were like, this is like maybe a grimmer scene than like what we were expecting, but I was like,
the fucking
Foreplay was doing a live pod there. It seemed like there was
when?
That's the thing. I was like, when? It might have been the day before.
It was the day before.
Tuesday, yeah.
Because I was talking to Jake. Shout out Jake. Sorry we couldn't link about it, but they podded with one of the guy from One Direction, who I guess is a huge who's a huge Foreplay pod fan.
Yeah, and a big time golfer. I mean, the Foreplay dudes are fucking, they're up there.
But the club was like guarded by like Georgia police, like sheriffs. Like we were being driven around in the shuttle by like Lieutenant fucking white fuck.
They're really protecting themselves.
They held guns and shit. It was crazy. I mean, it's Georgia, whatever.
Well, it's also Augusta.
Everyone's exercising their Second Amendment. Yeah, the capital crime
in Augusta. Outside of the course, it's like you said, it's a fucking the socioeconomic fucking fall off outside of Augusta National is like. I mean, this is like going to New Haven when you step foot off the Yale campus. Same fucking thing.
It's like okay.
All the money goes to like one. Well, I don't know how many square miles Augusta is, but like all the money just goes there and nowhere else, right?
Of course,
no distribution of wealth.
Yo, imagine just fucking hitting a lick on the Magnolia Club. What was really, I think, the first thing we kind of noticed is like, oh shit, this is some like shit we've never really seen before. Is all the people on the side of the roads, like pretty well-to-do looking whites that had fucking tickets that were like, we'll suck dick for Masters
out
tickets.
Of control. I mean,
like I need tickets. 2K, that was crossed out. 3K.
Yeah, and this is Wednesday, by the way. This is just par 3 and fucking practice rounds. There's no real golf that affects the tournament outcome happening whatsoever.
This is them practicing and putting on a fucking family-friendly show.
Well, I was like, the lick that needs to be hit are all these people are, they're carrying up to like, 5 bands, maybe even more. At least. You could literally just walk down the main drag and just rob all these fucking bozos and make out like a fucking bandit.
Well, they're strapped up. They're exercising their Second Amendment.
They're standing their ground?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's actually a fair point. Yeah. They probably all have guns.
But the amount of like we'll suck dick for ticks was like nuts. And then when we were walking around, finally when we got like walking to and then walking out of, the amount of people that like came up to us and were like, hey man, how you doing?
Are you going back?
You going back in? Let me ask you a question. You got tickets for sale? And also it is like white guys in like khaki shorts that probably have like Punisher tattoos. Where I felt a little like. I was like, yo, like, stop fucking
like when people are coming up to talk to you, like, whoa, what's about the... Yeah, are you from around here, buddy?
Yeah.
With the tickets, you can do one in and one out. So everyone's like, oh, are you done for the day? Let me buy... If you have one more swipe or scan in it, let me fucking cop.
The main reason why we went to the Magnolia Club is because we had to drop off our phones because no phones allowed at the Masters, even on this, like, practice day.
Yeah, that to me, I get maybe the tournament and like it's all optics and tradition and all jerk off shit. You can't let motherfuckers have fun and play on their phone and look at their screens on Wednesday. That's a bit extreme.
I phantom checked, and so they give us digital cameras, which like
no disposable cameras.
Disposable cameras. Sorry. Yeah. So digital photography allowed.
Yep. And Cole said everyone uses, the whole thing is you're not supposed to be bringing in smartwatches either because Augusta's become like fucking hip to this. But everyone with the Apple Watch are just texting and just doing their shit on that.
Dude, you can't bring in AirPods. So Hank was saying that he left his phone and he went through the metal detector and like, oh, you can't bring AirPods. And he checked him. He's like, I don't have my phone. What are they going to connect? Like, I'm not going to listen to anything.
Yeah, they're just for the look.
They're just in my pocket. No, they weren't even in his ears. He's like, yeah, I didn't think I had to check them.
That's crazy.
So check that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
and no
phones.
Knives also. No knives.
Yeah. Guns, very much allowed.
Yeah, no knives.
Lawrence was able to bring his gun in.
Yeah, it was fun.
Not having phones, it was like, and then also being surrounded by fucking whites, I was like, yo, we cannot get separated. I will not be able to pick your ass out of this fucking sea of mayo. It smells, it just smelled like fucking SPF 70 in there. Khaki, like, okay, let's talk about the drip of the crowd. Zero drip.
It was, I have never seen more bad, the worst on running sneakers you've ever seen in your life.
You know how like strippers will say they can tell where the economy's headed based on like how guys are spending at the club?
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be some sort of like barometer of like khaki shorts where it's like, yo,
it's out of control.
If the khaki shorts are like hitting, you know we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's true,
we're going to ride out this recession fucking quite handily, friends. Yeah, I mean, it was we'd have a lot of golf fashion takes to get through with Cole that will be on the Friday Fiasco, so I don't want to like spoil anything here. But I don't know what I was expecting, but I actually didn't expect it to be that bad. Because you expect
it was overwhelming.
Like,
it was
swaggy, like old white. It's the worst dress crowd I've ever seen in my entire life.
And it was endless. It was like literally endless. Like the only thing I could really compare it to is like being at Coachella, where you just like if you're up on a hill and you look out and there's just like a swarm of humanity that is just like a single like waving mass
all
of like
wearing big
of
hats.
like amber waves of grain.
Yeah,
all wearing big hats, but here just like wearing rayon, like whack, childish, printed performance polos,
right?
Khaki shorts on running. It was really kind of like
at least
overstimulating almost.
We know who's keeping On Running in business. I've never seen a greater concentration of a single shoe brand at anything, at any event. What
was your fit?
I wore a PFG shirt, Patagonia baggies, and Sambas.
What was my fit?
And Metalwood hat. I don't know. You wore South to a State, and that was your big thing. You're like,
I think I wore a white tee.
You might have. It was hot. I mean, that day was hot.
Yeah. White T-shorts, Kiko A6, and a Southwest 8 hat. Just I wore a Bucky to Augusta.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get in there. It's fucking nuts. The merch line, or the line for the golf shop, is legitimately looks like fucking ALD on New Balance there, some shit.
And everyone said don't be freaked out by the size of the line. They're like, they have it down to a science. It's as efficient as possible. Like, it'll move quick. With that said, we still were like, should we do this?
It took
40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
But to chat, it was. I couldn't believe that. Like, whoever told us about that, I think it was Ben. He like undersold that. There's no other place with lines like that at that long where they can move them that fast. That was crazy.
It moved, and then once we got into the structure,
I was
like
impressed.
it like snaked around with this like labyrinth. It was like being like an airport, like when you're in the bowels of the airport waiting in line, and it was like a little claustrophobic. It smelled like fucking mayonnaise.
You almost had like a panic attack, dude.
Yo, no, I did not.
Your claustrophobia.
I said it is tight in here. I didn't have a panic attack.
I thought you said like you had a fucking moment there where you were like oh shit, I need to get out of here.
No, I had a moment when I was like, at the end of the day, there's like too many white people. I need to see a black person or like a Latino or something.
Not at Augusta, baby.
Not at Augusta.
We got recognized twice.
I've recognized twice on the merch line.
Which,
but,
if you're gonna get recognized anywhere, it's on the fucking merch.
Yeah,
dude.
And then like all that way, and I don't know about you, but the merch was like, and not that I was like gonna buy it for myself, because I was like, if I wear the Masters merch, like that's to me,
sure,
it's only me.
Go off.
That is fucking like that's not a flex. That's like
the
weird.
Riding
like,
be crazy. Well,
that's like not. That's like kind of corny.
Well, you know why it's a flex? You can only get it at the pro shop at Augusta during the Masters.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay,
that's
if I wear it here, or like in this type of setting, like that's cool. Or if I'm at the fucking like a Napa Vineyard or some shit. But like if I'm wearing Greenpoint, like I'm wearing like, oh, you guys see my fucking Masters hat? Like no, I was like, all right, this isn't gonna work for me. I'll get a hat. I bought 2 hats: a hat for my dad, a hat for my uncle who's a golf stand out in Japan, and some golf balls to like give to people.
Right. As little tchotchkes when people leave your crib. Oh, we should have put the balls on the table.
Oh fuck! All right, monologue.
I'll grab them. Yeah, I definitely wasn't like I was clear. I'm clearly more into it than you. I wasn't about to like really splash out. I think I bought myself 2 hats, the white version of this one, the rope hat. I bought my brother-in-law balls, a glove, his own hat, and koozies, and then my boy Matt for his birthday coming up, I bought him just the standard green one that you got for your dad, the dad cap. But I spent $250.
Yeah, I mean, and like I guess the whole vibe.
There's some decent John. Some of the gore shit is pretty good. The quarter zip,
shit?
it's the core that Brock got. That's not bad, dude. I kind of fucked with it. But again, it's like if you don't play golf, like he's gonna wear that on the course when it's shitty.
Yeah,
like this is just me on the train, bro.
Yeah,
how do you do?
And you got a lot of
fellow
fucking
golfers.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
yeah, Larry.
Oh, you were at
Jimmy,
the Masters?
Larry. You went to the Masters.
You're a scratch golfer.
The meat riding that exists at Augusta is unlike anything that you and I have ever witnessed.
That was a phenomenon.
Anywhere.
That was a phenomenon. So I guess like my big takeaway from this week is that like playing golf, sick.
Yep.
Awesome. Great activity to do, whether you do it like once a year, once a few years, or like every week. Like, get after it, boys. the surrounding culture is so like childish in that it is grown men fanning out over like whack clothes. Some guy apparently dropped 40 bands at the golf shop.
That was just what like our like checkout chick said or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could have been a fucking a 6-figure guy at another fucking line.
Yeah. And like,
you can ship it right there.
Right.
That's how dumb people go. You stand in the merch line, they move you to the pro shop, you cop at the pro shop, you immediately get on another line so that you can ship it via the FedEx station on fucking site.
And this is true of any like subculture, right? Is that the stands are gonna like kind of define the fan base because they're the most like extreme and like most most visible and loudest examples of like an audience or a fan base.
Yeah.
And like I get that sports is, if you like think about it, it's kind of delusional that you're like, yeah, like we're one team. It's like, no, you're just a guy sitting at home watching it on TV, like buying and spending money on like millionaires, whatever. At least when you're rooting for a team, it's like not about the individual players. Except when they are like on your team. But like if I'm a Yankee fan and fucking a Yankee gets traded, like I'm not rooting for him over there now. I'm still rooting for the Yankees.
Yeah.
And like that can go on for decades and decades and decades. And you can like pass that down to like you know your family, your kids, or whatever. The fact that golf is grown ass men acting like Nicky Barbie fucking stands over like individual dudes.
Some of these guys have big. It's a cult of personality for some of these, like Scheffler.
But it's so crazy to see that.
Scotty.
It's so crazy to see that.
Yeah.
So and like golf, whatever. It's obviously like
these motherfuckers are so gay for golf. It's absurd.
I know it's an easy sport to play. So like we saw like first the amount of big boys there. I was like, how are you guys standing up? I'm barely fucking standing.
Good representation, bro.
Yeah, very well represented. I guess like Rayon Polos do flatter the form, but then like these hardos are like, and the hardo to non-hardo ratio is like robust. That's the other thing.
100 to 1, dude.
Yeah,
100 hardos for every normal
normie. But like these
for every standard guy that operates at a normal level.
There's a lot of like Uncle Ricos that are like, oh, like I used to some guy was like, oh, I used to eagle this hole all the time. It's like, oh,
okay, bro.
Yeah, you used to play on Augusta all the time.
That
first
dude
of all,
was also like a 300-pounder, bro.
Yeah, they had the best beer snake at 10 a.m. though.
Oh, they
had the longest beer snake. Well, they had a designated beer snake. They had a designated backpack guy, and both his like water bottle sections were both like snaked
the caddy.
out.
He's a snake caddy.
Yeah, he was snaked up.
The beer was pretty good. That Crow's Nest. I
you want to talk food?
I mean, sorry, we're still talking about golf hardos.
Well, okay, so I mean, you want to talk about mention the Scheffler shit?
I mean, we saw this is
the most extreme example of like grown men acting like fucking child stands.
Post merch, our plan was we're gonna just walk the course, gonna have some food, have some drinks. Though you weren't drinking because it was pretty early for you. And then we're like, yo, we're gonna get out of here. We had work to do. We had to prepare for Cole, whatever. So we saw DeChambeau on the putting a bit, whatever. Fuck him, he's a villain. And then as we're like basically leaving, we see Scotty and I think it was Matsuyama and a couple other guys.
And that old guy, who's the old guy that made the cut? Gary Couples?
Fred Couples.
Fred Couples.
Was it Fred Couples, really?
He was old
as
fuck.
He's a leggy. I don't think it was Fred Couples. I think
there's an old ass guy. Like, okay,
yeah.
was everybody playing on Wednesday like going to be in
I don't know. I don't know, but I couldn't tell you. It could have been like Scotty Scheffler's dad or something. I think they allow like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who it was. It wasn't Fred Couples though.
Old white guy.
Noted metal would wear Fred Couples. But anyway,
for real?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's that photo that Cole sent. I don't know if it's gonna get used, but he's wearing that metalwood sweater. Yeah, shout out Fred Couples, fucking legend. 2-time Masters champion, I believe. Anyway, so Scotty is like teeing off. And
he's walking up to the tee.
He's walking up to the tee, and it's just the amount of like notice me senpai shit, and we get into this hard with Cole as well. But it's pathetic, dude.
Yeah,
like people trying to get his attention.
I had secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, people like Scotty, or like, and then the new thing, right? Or not the new thing, but like all the shit that people yell when they fucking stroke it off the tee.
Light the candle,
stroke that shit.
Like Scotty, so he hit his first shit, and like he fucking hooked it. He pushed it.
Because a woman had her flash on her camera.
The woman right in front of us had a digicamera.
Bro, this was such poor form.
Took a photo. And somebody behind her, I don't know if he knew her, but jokingly, but not, was like, oh, I think your flash might have thrown him off there because he hooked it.
She blasted him in the face.
She's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
She's like, are you serious? Oh my God. Like, she was going to get fucking sniped by the Masters snipers.
For real. And I will say, though, his second drive, he did a little
he hooked it. And everyone's like, everyone thinks that they're like talking to him.
Yes,
like,
they're having a dialogue.
Don't worry, Scotty. Like that one doesn't count. Like you got this. Like maybe lift the wedge. Maybe lift like the face of the club a little bit. It's like shut the fuck up, dude.
Or people being like, "Have a great week. Have a great week, Scotty. You're gonna kill it, buddy. Have a great week." It's pathetic.
Like we're just standing at the rope waiting for like the shit to open up so we could like cross the course.
Yeah.
And like a ball comes flying out of nowhere and like lands on the fairway, and some guy just like squats down. He's like, spotted.
Got it. I got it right here. It's right here. It's,
ball,
hey.
Ball,
it's here.
Ball.
I got it. It's under control. I got it, guys. It's right here.
Bro.
It's right here. The ball's here.
Bro. Like they professional
spotters.
They professional spotters. Like you're not needed. Also, you made this point where everyone's dressed like the players themselves, as if like, yo, my caddy pulled a hammy. I need to sub in.
Plug me in, dude.
Put me in, coach.
This. Like it's gonna be a fucking like a Disney movie. Like Tin Cup is gonna happen or some shit.
Rudy.
That's super bizarre. I will say,
which again, not to like every subculture and culture will have diehard fans. It's just that, like, when it's grown men acting so crazy and thirsty and riding so much meat.
Yeah,
the amount of meat riding, like,
it was
just
level.
nuts. It was nuts.
It was the Olympics of the Masters is the Olympics of meat riding.
It was like take my money, take my pride, like take my fucking take my wife.
You and I were like, and to me it's just so surreal because it's the nicest. It looks like it's a CGI or digital render. Like, it's so beautiful that it's almost, like, overwhelming. And we didn't have our phones, so we were kind of, like, in a sour mood. And I will say, the more I've been talking to, like, you know, when I was at a party yesterday and the Masters on and people were asking me how my trip was, I felt like we were being a little harsh in the moment. I don't want to come off as a hater because the more that I've thought about it, and obviously walking the course with you was, like, fun, and we were having a good time. And sure, a little bit like the two old guys from the Muppets, but, like, it is like we got a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to like give. Speaking of fucking Magnolia, give some flowers to Augusta. It's beautiful, dude. It's incredible.
Yes, the physical shit and like seeing like having a newfound appreciation for what the golfers can actually do when it comes to hitting
so talented,
hitting the ball.
Yeah.
And like making it do what it wanted. Like that's a newfound appreciation for sure that these guys are actually like very fucking skilled.
Did
and,
you
like,
watch any of the
athletes?
rounds on TV?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's what
yesterday.
I can't fucking do it, but I love to consume the Masters at home as a fan.
But again, it's
truly.
Like, but it
and
was
I have
kind
for
of
a long time.
it was
Since
kind of
college at least.
It was kind of ruined, or not ruined, but like very like over, like subsumed by like the greater culture surrounding it, which is another thing. And this is so stupid to say, but recognizing how enormous of a fucking economy golf is,
it's crazy.
Like
the merch does $69 billion during Masters weekend.
The GDP of golf must outweigh like most countries.
Well, this is what's happening with the Live Tour, right? It's like just how much money can we throw at this thing, and who knows what's going to happen there. But like, yeah, the cottage, it's not even a cottage industry because it's a fucking mansion, bro.
Yeah. So the no phones thing came into. There's a little moment where it was like a little frustrating where we ran into somebody and I just got to witness you like. Just real quick, so like you're
go off. I know.
I have said this. Like you are something that I've like come to appreciate or like recognize is like your gregariousness and like the fact that you always treat everybody super equally.
I'm stoked, dude. I try to deliver stoke when I meet.
No, because there's like we'll be walking around and we'll be like talking and like normal people, but then like we run into someone we know. That we were someone that was on the trip that we were trying to avoid was like, "What the fuck is up, boys?" And we're like, "Oh fuck,
my geyser,
my geyskis."
Yeah,
and
dude,
I'm just immediately
like,
"Oh my god!" And I'm just like, "Oh, all right, here we go." And he's like, "What the fuck is up, bro? Oh hell yeah, dude, bro, you got a fucking Zin, bro? Yo, you copped a chair ski."
Yeah.
You got
I did ask him if he chopped a chair ski, dude.
You see the fucking stroke skis off the first card seat?
I did turn it. Well, going schmozo mode is not like being a hardo. So it's like, to me, there's a fine line.
You're like, I'm schmoozing. And you're like, no, you're schmoozing like a bozo. You're going schmozo mode. You don't have to give everyone 100% of like you. Right?
That's a lot of Larry.
That's a lot of Larry. And this guy, like, you guys were feeding off each other as a narcissist. When somebody starts sucking your dick, you have to immediately pick them up at 69 and put their dick in your mouth.
I love 69ing. If someone is stoked on me, I'm going to get stoked on.
Right.
You got to show. I always say, you got to show love to get love, dude.
But you don't need to get love. all the time.
I
do. That's what I'm saying. From like everybody.
I do. Well, I don't get it from you.
You can pick and choose your battles.
I don't.
Bro, I literally told you that I love you on night 2. I told you that I love you. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I put it as a note and then I deleted it because I was embarrassed.
True, dude. Well, yeah. Like you made it on. It's when show. No, I guess I don't get enough fit in my actual life,
in your home life, for your wonderful wife, and
for
dog,
my
and
beautiful
family,
my
and
beautiful wife. And
you need to draw it out of like random people you come
like
in contact with.
Vampire.
Yeah, you're a love vampire.
Stoke vampire, dude. The one thing that despite again, Masters, it was fucking no. I don't want to talk about Shimozo mode anymore.
What are you, Gangsta Chersky?
Yo, you gonna write your name on that Chersky? So I might gank it, brother. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. This is well established,
which is fine because like that was like defense mode. Like
you were pretty I could tell that you were getting just physically exhausted watching it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna
but I was like, okay, these two fucking guys can like go do their little 69 over here, like, and then I'm just gonna chill over here. But that's the moment where it's like, I wish I had my phone.
Oh, totally.
Because I could just like scroll,
veg out,
and like catch up on whatever,
or even just like taking flicks. Like again, like there's so many beautiful fucking scenes, and like it is a dripless crowd, but it is like crazy seeing like all these people.
The best was this guy, and I mean, whatever, we've given him away at this point who it is, but this guy, not if he's listening, which he's not, but this guy, so we had disposable cameras, and this guy's like, yo, flick me up real quick.
Oh, dude, I did take fit pics with the Disposy.
Yo, just make sure your fingers are covering the flash key.
Yeah, dude, we did like 3, whatever, there's the 20, these are the Jay Lindenberg provided cameras, there's 21 shots. I think I took 10 of them were fit pics of this guy standing in front of Amen Corner, or whatever the start of, on 13 or whatever it is. No, okay, so despite going to Shimozo mode detour there, want to give Augusta its Magnolias, but I will say the most overrated thing that I have ever experienced is the fucking food, dude. I understand that it's cheap, that's sick. They're already getting money at other ways. They don't need to gouge on the concessions, I get it. The pimento cheese sandwich at the Masters is fucking horrendous.
Disagree. I think it's totally fine. It's just pimento cheese and white bread. I think like maybe I wasn't as enthralled or hadn't had it hyped up to me.
I was so ready to be scarfing all
day. I
couldn't even finish it.
I will say that it, especially relative to the pimento cheese we had a night or two before on the fried saltine.
Blew it off
of course, But that was like watching. That was like you versus Tiger Woods. Like, but I'm still gonna hang out with
in
you
in his prime. No.
But
did you finish it?
No, because I was eating and I was like, okay, this isn't bad. Oh, paper wrapper costs $1.50.
Yeah.
This is like part of the charm. Also, this is very early. This is the second thing we did after copying merch.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like sweating and exhausted and like over it the way we were like an hour later.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, wait a second, what the fuck is pimento cheese? This is disgusting. Like just the concept of it, I was like, ugh. Yeah. So I threw it out. I thought it was fine.
I liked and really enjoyed the barbecue pork sandwich, which was the other thing.
It was ass.
Okay, so we're kind of split down the middle.
See
on
that?
this.
Like I've had so much great pulled pork in my life,
but
and like we had some great pulled pork later that day.
Yeah.
From Brock when he ordered just fucking Ricky's Rib Shack.
Yeah, that was fire.
Just Ricky going retarded on the ribs, but
Ribby retardo.
But it was like it was very dry because they couldn't.
You had to get the Heinz barbecue sauce.
They can't sauce it up. They can't sauce it up because it's just sitting there in a paper wrapper. It was very inoffensive. It was like porky, but it had no bite. It needs some vinegar.
Yeah,
it needs some sweet.
I would have loved some vinegar for sure. I will say a move that we didn't do that apparently like is a maneuver is you get the chicken sandwich and you get a pimento sandwich and you with our powers combined we have an edible sandwich.
The Georgia peach ice cream sandwich.
Pretty good.
Really?
I liked it.
I thought you didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I couldn't finish it because, again, we're just eating all this food so early. And I'm also not a sweets guy. I liked sugar cookie ice cream sandwich. Not bad.
I thought it was going to be like, I mean, this is just me being a fucking hipster fuck. But I was like, oh, like chunks of real Georgia peach? Or like, oh, it's going to be peachy? It tasted like peach candy, like a peach gummy.
Like a haichu, literally a peach haichu, 100%.
Which is fine, but it's just not what I wanted.
It tasted maybe a little artificial.
At 10 in the morning.
I liked the Masters Crow's Nest, that wheat beer is pretty fucking good. We weren't really in like a partying mode. I mean, we were pretty hungover from the night before, but like
even that, it was like early, it was hot. It's like again, like on a press, it was like, what is going? Like we're not in control of our destinies here. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should just like pump the brakes a little bit. I also didn't want it to like piss every 5 minutes.
True.
Which like was a hilarious observation that Hank Corson, who's like 24, made. He's like, yo, you guys fucking piss a lot.
I was like, damn, dude, we are really showing just the fact that like
showing ass, showing dick.
Yeah, peeing like every hour is like too much for a young person, I guess.
But it's like, one, we're fucking old and our bladders are like the size of a walnut. Two, it's like when you're drinking Michelob Ultras, like it runs right.
He was
you.
Being crazy ageist. I forgot about that. He's like, these fucking old guys pissing again, dude. They're pissing again. These fucking piss dogs.
He's like, you get up to piss and come back, and then he would get up to piss, and then come back, and then you would get up to piss. It was like fucking whack a piss.
Shout out fucking Hank. What a fucking fun guy. Thanks for the follow back, baby.
Heard a great little transphobic joke.
I think we said that. I don't want to like.
Did you talk about the Cole? Okay, forget it.
Yeah, I think we talked about it with Cole. Yeah,
right,
some good transphobia.
So we go back early. Yep. We got back at like 1. Took us about an hour to get back. We struggled to get back because again, without phones,
bro.
Like this is on us.
Yeah.
We didn't have our phones when we got dropped off by the shuttle, and we were kind of just following the crowd.
Yeah.
Into
like
the
lemmings.
Masters, right?
We were meat riding like everyone else.
We did not do a good job of like being like, okay, here's where we get dropped off, so this is where we get picked up. Let's like look around, find a landmark. Like you can't drop a pin, but you can like fucking visually.
You can mentally drop.
You can lock it in.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I heard someone be like, oh, you walk past the Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
So on our way out, I'm like, oh, we go to the Walgreens. Sure. We're waiting there 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Mad people are just coming up to us, like, hey, bro, you got tickets? Like,
bought some cigs.
It's getting fucking weird. Bought some cigs. 20 minutes. It's getting hotter. Yo, bro, you got some tickets? Fucking 25 minutes. I got a shit.
Yeah, you were fully cranky at that point because you had to dump out.
Yeah, and I was not trying to shit at the fucking at a turda. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Because those bathrooms were quite nasty.
I was also surprised about that. Like, I get that there's a lot of people, coming in here and shitting and pissing all day. I thought Augusta would like take better care of like the bathrooms.
There was a dude that was spraying.
They were. Yeah,
but just for scent. They weren't like wiping. There was like shit because like first of all,
they're just potpourriing it kind of.
These are just like obese Southerners that just eat fucking meat and drink booze and smoking giant cigars, just like shitting their brains
I can
out.
imagine those toilets fucking they get some real damage done to them without a doubt.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
I wasn't gonna shit there. Another 5 minutes. Yo, bro, you got tickets? Oh, hey, you guys going back in? You guys going back in? Let me ask you a question, brother. And it's like, oh my god, bro. I felt like
trapped.
Fucking like
get out, dude.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's like people slowly ambling up to be like, no.
No, don't even bother.
Finally, I'm like, wait a second. I remember crossing a street.
We're in the wrong spot.
I remember crossing a street. I think we're over on that corner. Finally get picked up by some guy with a giant fucking gun on his hip, driven back to the Magnolia Club.
I mean, and honestly, thank God you remember that because I'm a fucking baby. Speaking of following the crowd, I'm just following you. If it's me, I'm now live in Augusta outside of the Walgreens. Like where am I going? I don't know. I have any idea.
Once you're like, when we were on the course, it's like, fuck, I wish I could like take photos and like flex and whatever.
Sure.
And like check text and shit. But then when you're in like real life and you're on fucking a parking lot of a Walgreens, it's like, yo, I need my phone to survive.
Like we couldn't even. That's the thing. I was like, oh, we could just call an Uber if the shuttle doesn't come. Oh, that's right. Our phone is at Club Magnolia. Fuck.
I was like,
We're fucked.
I was like, do I ask this cop if I can like use their radio like or their phone? Like what the fuck?
I'm stranded.
Yeah.
Over.
Hey, Cap.
Then we go back to Club Magnolia. I wanted to hang out. You had the shit, so we.
Well, you were like, "Yo, free drinks." I'm like, "There's free drinks everywhere, bro."
Larry loves a free drink. I was drinking transfusions again.
Yeah,
it was great, dude. But
you could have got a transfusion at the clubhouse.
But alas, you had to poop, so we left.
I had to poop. We had to nap. We had to pod with Cole. Friday Fiasco coming out after the Gus Dapperton ep. Then, fuck, I don't know. Night 3 was like a big party, which was cool because it was kind of like more open to everyone. So like the homie Brad came through the house. Cole at this point was
all the Wim Golf homies.
All the Wim Golf homies. Cole at this point from Metalwood was like fully entrenched on the trip, in like Champions Retreat. Where did they sleep that night? They drive home?
They slept in Bryce's room.
Both of them?
Yeah. And
they shared a bed?
And I think they then got up super early for a tea time. But they were fucking banged up, dude.
They shared a bed?
I think so. Presumably. Damn. Unless someone fucking slept on the floor.
They pulled Jimmy Larry.
You did do a thing that was annoying at the kind of afters, porch hang. You like let everyone know that it was my fucking birthday, which I hate. And by the way, thank you for all the birthday wishes, guys. Appreciate you. But I'm just not a birthday guy. And then it was like, oh, it's his birthday. Well, and it becomes a whole fucking thing. And I'm like, this is miserable, bro. Before we left, before we got to the porch, I wasn't as fucked up as you at the party. You were on full like fucked up Larry mode. We got to talk about those hot dogs. Holy fucking shit!
So
Ted's hot dogs.
Wim Golf did a hot dog pop up on like the main drag outside of the course.
Yeah,
and they used Ted's hot dogs, which I guess is like a Buffalo institution. and like, yo, we do buffalo dogs. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I love buffalo cuisine. What is a buffalo dog?
God, they were so fucking
And Dick
good.
Sucking Ron is from The Rock, and he never told me about a buffalo. I'm fucking watering right now. He never told me about a buffalo dog.
The dogs are called. It's Salen's is the brand of the actual hot dog.
So it's like a particular meat mix.
Yeah,
right. Pause.
It's a beef and pork.
But I'm sure like the percentages are like proprietary.
I mean, it's probably proprietary. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
And then you condiments, whatever, like ketchup, mustard, relish. I'm saying you can use whatever.
Sure.
But the givens are a pickle and some hot wing hot sauce, right?
It's this
and
crazy.
They char the shit out of the dog, so it's like extra crunchy.
The dogs are extra fucking crispy. God bless them. They were fucking doing work on the grill. No, the hot sauce is. It's hot sauce and like relish combined, and it's fucking honestly, dogs. And you throw a pickle on that bitch.
Yeah,
It might be the best hot dog I've ever had in my fucking.
You had 2, 3?
I had 2, and then I was like, "This is too much."
Yeah, I had 1, but then I was going crazy with the brisket sliders with the jalapeno remoulade that was meant for the pickled shrimp, which I was too shook to try the pickled shrimp.
You can't. No way. No chance.
Too shook. Although I guess it's just like a ceviche.
Sorry. I just had to get we gotta get a plug in for Ted's Hot Dogs. Holy fucking shit, boys!
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, go support Ted's. I guess you can buy them on Gold Bill and shit. But yeah, that was courtesy of the Whim guys. So at a certain point, I'm like, yo, Larry, let's Irish goodbye this hoe.
Yeah.
Like I told Brad and Cole, and they're gonna come meet us back at the porch because the porch was the best. Like whether it's fucking
the porch
late afternoon, dusk, late night, the porch is where it was at. You guys could fucking
for the boys.
You guys could fucking blast off.
Oh yeah,
all night long.
Fantastic.
The fridge is right there.
Oh.
Found out there's a bathroom on the first floor. Although I prefer peeing outside.
You like pissing off of a porch. That was your move.
Love pissing
Very
off
disrespectful.
The porch. To who?
To the people who own the property.
Piss doesn't do anything.
I don't. Isn't it?
It's all Michelob Ultra.
Isn't it?
I might as well just be pouring a Michelob Ultra on the fucking.
I was gonna say you're watering the fucking shrubbery with Michelob Ultra.
Bro, the groundskeepers are probably like. First of all, they probably make 6 figs. Like the guys just like mow the lawns and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they use some like special, grass hybrid fucking strain that Chuck wants to smoke on.
Yeah, for real, dude.
That is like
smoking on that Augusta pack.
It probably has like they probably bred it with Gore-Tex, so it has like piss Gore-Tex.
I don't know, dude.
The grass is good. It's fine.
Okay. Either way, your Irish goodbye, and again, it's not that. I guess I give you flack for it normally because, as I've said before on the show, I like to say goodbye to people and I like to receive a goodbye. But in that moment, it was absolutely appropriate. We're gonna.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
You're just doing it to squeeze out one. It's like the last drop of toothpaste out of the fucking tube. You just want one last. Oh, love me, give me a hug, bro. Dab me up, dab me up, dab me up.
One last dab for the boys.
Dab me up, bro.
Yeah, no, that was crucial. But I will say that despite going back to the porch and me being bummed out about the birthday thing, we did celebrate in a way that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm so happy for you. Though I will critique it in a bit. You had Taco Bell for the first time in your entire life.
Yeah, so
as a 36-year-old man in Evans, Georgia.
So for the second time in one day, Brock made, and very generous of him, Brock made just like a huge like DoorDash or Uber Eats order. Was it not huge?
No, it was that just if we had known that it was going to be your first time trying Taco Bell, which again was blowing my mind because I feel like that is something we would have talked about before. Maybe we have. I don't remember.
I didn't make it a public thing because I know it's like a weird, embarrassing thing.
Sure, it's
just like if you're growing up in New York, pre fucking Bloomberg, New York, and there's like taco trucks,
pre Cantina.
If there's like taco pre like La Tacombe or whatever.
No, I'm saying like the Taco Bell Cantina in like fucking Times Square, whatever.
Yeah, pre Last Skin and shit. Like there's taco. I understand. There were taco trucks on like on 14th Street.
Taco Bell is not Mexican food. It's not
Taco
tacos.
Bell.
It's its own genre. It's Taco Bell. So it is different in my opinion.
Also, there was a Taco Bell Wendy's on 14th Street, which I think is still there.
Okay.
Which is the go-to post-smoke food option.
You're nuggets, man.
I would always go Wendy's.
Yeah.
So
Wendy's, if anything, underrated. So no, my thing is that Brock placed a huge order, but it was like very heavy on like crunchy tacos, like just a standard guy, which is good. And I believe you had a Crunchwrap Supreme, but you missed out on like I don't think you had a Chalupa, for example. I don't think you definitely didn't have a Crispy Gordita Crunch.
No.
There's a lot of elements.
Aren't they all?
We got no hot sauce.
Oh,
There's like no sour cream. There was no quesadilla sauce. There's no nacho cheese. Like so, I don't think you got the full experience at all.
I don't know what I got. I just like unwrapped something. What was it?
I believe you had a crunchy taco, which Brock didn't even get the supreme ones. So there's no actual like good like accoutrement on it. It's just like a straight up like it's beef in a shell.
Yeah.
And then I believe you got
put that down. I did not like it.
Right, and I believe you then had a bite or two of a Crunchwrap Supreme, which I was like, you gotta I think I took a bite and was like, oh, no, this needs to be for you, dude, because there's only a few of them or 2 or whatever it was.
Brock sent a photo of the delivery guy to the group chat that had like all the brand people on it. But okay,
so how fucked up is he that he thought that was a good idea? He invited the delivery guy like to the crib to hang out.
Yeah, well, first he's like, yo, can you help me carry all the shit? He's like, yo, you guys want to hang or you want to hang?
Oh, and then the drinks were not Baja Blast. It was some like red flavored, like Mountain Dew Code Red thing.
All right,
so you didn't even get a Baja Blast.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Yeah. Next time you make the order.
Oh, I would love to, dude. I'm a
pro. My inaugural review of my first ever Taco Bell. Everything was very soft and very beany.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's bad.
It's bean forward.
But it's not what I necessarily wanted then. And like honestly, that like I'll fuck up a bean quesadilla, but you need the hot sauce.
Oh, absolutely. You need some fire sauce, you need some Diablo sauce, you gotta mix it in with the sour cream. My issue with Taco Bell is this, and I love Taco Bell. Taco Bell is great eating at a Taco Bell. It's great going from Taco Bell to your car and eating in your car. I am of the belief that Taco Bell, and some people disagree because they like it to amalgamate in the delivery over.
Oh, you want it fresh?
I want it fresh and hot, and yeah, exactly. At least like and hot, and I just feel like that's the worst, not the worst way.
Yeah, it's
not the best way to do it.
Like the crunchy element, whatever the fuck that was like it felt like a hard taco shell that had been sitting in like beef sauce or like sitting in bean sauce for a minute.
We'll
and
do
like
it right.
I knew that it was trying to be crunchy or it was Born Crunchy.
Yeah.
Born Crunchy. Good episode title if it wasn't already Light the Candle.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Born Crunchy, but it like had
it got soft over time.
Yeah, it was like it was
just like a golf fan.
It's a fucking rock hard cock, and then it was just a fucking little soft boy.
We'll do it right another time.
I wasn't like turned off by it. I was like, I'm intrigued. Also, Taco Bell I think is like weirdly in the fast food landscape, weirdly healthy because it's mostly vegetarian.
Yeah, they have a lot of great vegetarian options.
A lot of Indian people eat at Taco Bell.
Yeah,
because it's vegetarian.
I mean, anyway. Like again, bean forward on most of that stuff.
Yeah, super beany, which again, not mad at.
Yeah.
But then I pulled a second Irish goodbye and went to bed and woke up reasonably refreshed for our flight home, which was a horrendous 2.5 hour drive back to Atlanta. You slept the whole time.
Yep. Assed out. I was up very late celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And eating shitty Taco Bell.
Did you have like Taco Bell diarrhea?
No, I probably took like a nasty, stinky shit, but that just had like just traveling when you're not regular. You're eating whatever, like eating chicken fingers in the airport.
Yeah.
Drinking fucking Yinglings, like, just not really on my P's and Q's in terms of like peak performance.
You love a Termy beer too.
Yeah, I love a Termy. But I did but we didn't even talk about the final thing here. I think is the best birthday gift ever, which is finding out that you're still fuckable.
Oh, well, I was about to get to that.
Oh,
so
sorry,
this was on the flight home. We finally got a direct flight, got the Wi-Fi. I think I tuned into, I forget what movie I watched.
Oceans?
I watched some of Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is that we started watching the Bourne Identity in the crib. And I think that it's one of those movies where the sequels are so fire on their own.
Yeah.
But they're so like, big budget. You forget how kind of like gritty.
The first
and,
one is, yeah.
Not really action packed. The first one is. Still a lot of great fucking fight scenes and car chase scenes. But like that first car chase scene, I remember it was like anti-Fast and Furious, where it's just like
they're in the Mini Cooper.
They're in the Mini Cooper.
Yeah. What year did we looked it up? Like that and Oceans like came out a lot. It's because they're still so fresh and awesome, but they're like old, and they kind of like look a little old. I want to say Bourne is 2000.
Bourne Identity 02.
Oh wow, really?
Ocean's 11.
He looks mad young. Oceans was. I want to say Oceans before.
Ocean's 11 2001.
Wow, what a fucking back to back, dude. Yeah, no, I mean Damon. Oh, and he did Ripley in like '99, so he really like.
Yeah.
I mean he's
on
fucking
one.
Matt Damon.
He's on one. So I was like, oh shit, like not that I'm like a fucking fan of like the Ocean's 12 or 13 or 8.
Honestly, 12 is the best one.
But I was like, let me watch like in these franchises. Franchises. Let me watch the original one, where it hasn't become like the phenomenon that it is, and it has to like stick to the tropes that it's like set for itself. You know what I mean?
One terrible, probably the worst party foul. Not necessarily pissing off the porch or leaving fucking pitching wedges. We throw on Bourne, blasting.
Well, no,
it was
no. The thing was that it's like, yo, why is it so soft? I kept turning up by like increments of like 10.
Yeah. Anyway, it got to a point where it was loud, but then the party fucking,
we went outside. We
gravitates outside.
We went mobile,
and we just leave the fucking movie blasting. And one of the poor women staying in the house like stomped out of her room and was like, shut off the TV very angrily, and we're like peering through the porch, like partying.
Oh shit!
Pretty fucking hard, and be like, whoops, like it's like 2 a.m, bro. Like,
I think it was like 11.
Well, it felt fucking.
I think it was 11.
Either way.
The thing is that we didn't realize that the porch was MVP yet.
Yeah,
because it was night 1.
We were still discovering.
We discovered the porch. We were going porch core. We explored the porch before we went porch core.
This whole trip was straight cottage core, dude.
Yeah, and we're like, oh shit, porch is fire. Let's stay out here. This is gas. Because we were just gonna I think people were just gonna go outside and smoke and then come back in.
Yeah.
But we're like, yo, porch is gas. Let's stay out here. And then no one went in and turned off the TV, so she came out and fucking mashed that power off button. Okay, on the flight home.
Here we go. Let's get to it, baby. And this will be the last thing, and then we'll get you guys out of here going long today.
Woke up from Ocean's 11, and I have a text from Cammie, the founder of Parade. Shout out Cammie, the homie.
Shout out Cammie.
She says she's gonna come on the podcast one day, but we'll see. She goes. She sent me a screenshot. Let me pull this up, actually.
Let's get it, dude. Let's fucking
And this is great. I love this for you.
No, this was huge for me. And I can talk about it honestly had positive ramifications in my life. Did you send it to
She sends me a screenshot.
Okay.
In the screenshot, it's someone else sent a screenshot of a fit pic that you had posted on your Instagram. It's a photo of your Instagram. 6,091 likes.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Is this guy single? Straight? She goes, let me ask the boys.
Oh, is he around, right? Or something?
I'm reading it. Is this guy single? Straight? Let me ask the boys. Send it to me. Tinks. Famous TikToker / person who went on a date with Diplo. Also future guest. Tinks wants to know who this is and if he's around, LOL.
Yeah.
I go, ha ha ha. That's Lawrence. He's married.
Yeah.
And like, Cammie knows you. Like, we've like hung out with her. We've had dinner with her. Like,
so
she goes, dead, no, it's not. I go, Ozempic vibes. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So for me, as great as it is that a famous person finds me fuckable, or that honestly any woman on God's green earth besides my wife might want to potentially maybe have sex with me on my 36th birthday, which
still got it.
Still got it.
6 squared, still got it.
What I did was I was able to find the one negative thing, which is like, damn, do I really like purposely like try to make myself look so much better in Instagram fit pics that like Cammie, who's met me in real life, is like, this can't be the same guy.
Well,
am I catfishing that hard? That's the long story short. Am I catfishing that hard?
Is that the whole point of? I mean, you are doing your fucking what is now I realize the signature Larry, the fucking bass, a bass gape.
Some guy on Reddit called it out the best, and sorry for not remembering her handle, you fucking subhuman. No, he was like, Larry always poses like someone's gonna put a quarter in his mouth. Like
yeah, you look like a skee ball hole.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm about to get a gumball at your shit.
Fucking piece of gum or some shit. Yeah, dude. But that felt really good. And then Jenna and all of her girly friends who are familiar with the legend that is Tinks. I again have no idea who she is or what she does. I remember because she forced her way with his consent into a date with Diplo. Okay, I love that. I love that for her, and I love that for Wes. No, Jenna was loving it, and she was like, "This is great for
my
you."
man's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
So my man, a 30-something-year-old TikToker wants to fuck my gap-toothed man. My fucking just close your mouth, bro.
Yeah, dude. I need to hit another.
Dropped your jaw.
I need to hit another urinal, dude.
Yeah. You're looking like the 18th hole at Augusta.
Yeah, dude. Looking for any and all lippers, if you catch my drift. No, that felt really fucking good, and she did do an interest. So honestly, I'm experiencing like her strategy of like. And I'm assuming this is like, you're familiar with this, but like she was going through like a photo. No follow, like the photo, maybe assuming that I see the blue check come through and like it. Hey, what, and then some dialogue begins. But
it's crazy that like Jenna is very prominently featured on your IG.
Some people want what they want. She wanted it to be true that
she wants what she can't have.
Maybe she wants what she can't have, but
she's had the Diplos of the world. Now she wants the Larrys of the world.
She's worked away from DJs to podcasters.
Yeah.
Working down the
fucking way down the food chain.
Yeah, literally, I'm going to fuck my way down.
She's gonna fuck a golf influencer.
Yeah, it felt good. But yeah, damn. I guess if you ever meet me in real life, I look like shit. But I look good on the gram.
Yeah, it took only an hour 45 to get to that.
Sorry,
all right,
sorry,
this has been another episode of The Only Podcast Matters.
Yeah.
That was our week at the Masters. It was pretty fun.
Light the candle.
Light the candle. Baba Booey, mashed potatoes.
Let's go golfing.
Let's go golfing.
Let's go golfing.
Chef, let's hit that stop button.